Hey, every day I'm hustling, and we're gonna do some work today. I see we got Eric Bischoff in the chat. Swamp Picker was here. I don't know if he's still here. If anybody wants to come in, just say so. I'll send you the invite, or I'll just start in the chat. eBay's on fire for me today. Had I think three or four. I had three things got, and then something that just sold right before the show. So pretty outstanding day. Hey, Glenn, you want to come hang out? I hope everyone's having some good sales. I think my Amazon's kind of slow, but my eBay's been trucking along. I had two things sell last time I checked on Amazon. I have three things sold. Nothing too crazy, but it's early yet. Hey, Alexis. Alexis, you wanna come in the live, or is the link right above? If you wanna come hang out, should have some people coming in shortly. I know Tommy's supposed to stop in, and Mama's probably coming at some point, and then Jenny from Reselling Addicts supposed to come hang out with us. That's killer, Eric, man. Yeah, I'm having a slow day. I don't know if it just like I know a lot of my stuff isn't gift related stuff, so it's I didn't expect a miracle or anything like that, but yeah, it's been decent. On my phone. Oh, that's my phone. See if I can pull it up my tablet. My tablet dead too. Holy schmoll, I'm having a bad day. Phone's dead. Tablet's dead. I don't know, my tablet's alive. Alexis, how's your sales day? It's going pretty good. That's how it was for me on Wednesday, Eric. It was a little bit slow, and then like right at the end, like it went nuts. I had what's up, Mike? So today I told the family I'm gonna take them to Overly, which is like a Christmas like light display, and we try to do it every year. What's up, Craig? We try to do it every year, and my tablet just died. And we try to do it every year. They have a really nice setup where it's like almost like a North Pole setup, and they drive with the car, and it's just an amazing light display, and it's really nice. It's not very expensive, like $20. I think it's towards West Virginia border. I think I can't remember exactly where it is. It's called Overleaf, but we're gonna be going to do that with the kids. I love how the kids are starting to get a little bit older, so I'm able to do a little more stuff, really get into the holiday spirit with them, with Santa Claus and all that stuff. My oldest, obviously I can get in the spirit with him, but the little ones, hard to ching. The older ones, where's my phone? The older ones, or the youngest ones, you know, I'm really gonna enjoy because they're around the same age, and this will be their first like real Christmas. Because when they're so young, you can't really do too much with them. Just me, Kathy. Good morning, or not good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah, here's my Amazon stuff. I had that real good day on usually Tuesday or Wednesday, and then yesterday was kind of blah, which is almost 200, and today's only 60 so far. What's up, John? How you doing? Kelly Ecom on Ward. What's up? Yeah, sales have been going pretty good though. This year is going to be a stepping stone for me for everything. I hope Amazon really jumps off. Um, I hope like 7,000-8,000 is just halfway through the month next year for me because I'm going to open up on my wholesale stuff and really did pretty good with that and be ungated in a lot of stuff. Be able to sell more of the toys and the games and everything like that because this year I have some stuff, I have books and some other things in there, some home stuff, but that's what mostly it is, more home and everyday stuff versus the good stuff. Kelly, you're killing it so far. You beat me. I only got 60 so far today. It's been a rough day so far for that, but eBay's been carrying me pretty good. I had one item go through the global shipping program. It was one of those Kenner Star Wars uh, Imperial TIE fighters or something. And I sold that for 35 plus shipping. That went global shipping somewhere. I had a Sandy lot. It's like a dog figure that sold today. I had a two Campbell's collectible. That was like the Christmas die cast. Those they only sold for 7 plus shipping. And then what was the other thing? Oh, I sold a brand new Aeropostale like sweater. I just sold just now. See, that's why I might have to start buying. My whole goal for after Christmas is going hard at the with the Christmas stuff. So you might have a little bit of competition next year, Kelly. I might be stepping into the wrapping paper. What's up, Bruce Seller King? You can tell my son just came home because he's riling all my kids up right now. Really, Jack Skeleton was really hot. See, I don't. I got to start getting into more of the like I know mostly of the kid stuff. It's hot because my kids have me going buying everything under the moon in their age group. But Super Mario Brothers and Toy Story, yeah, I would definitely understand those two. See, I was hoping they would have some Ryan World stuff because that's what 90% of them want for Christmas stuff for their presents and everything. And then Toy Story 4 is their big, huge thing this year. So I'm gonna show. I'm gonna do like a either during our live show some of them their toys and then kind of playing with them, or I might just do a video so you guys can be a part of like our Christmas when we open up gifts and everything. We'll have to make sure it's not COPPA, so I won't get in trouble with COPPA though. like a war zone in my house. I believe it's 100K sales and floodgates open on getting. I'm trying to think what I had for sales this year. See, like my first couple months were slow, and then from like March, April down, it was around 5 to 7. So I probably did like 70. Probably did around 70 probably. $25 a roll for I made for Christmas. That is amazing. Yeah, Armani sells well, Reseller King. That's one of the real big expensive brands from what I understand. Giuseppe Armani. I don't know if I know Giuseppe, but I know Armani just from. I can't remember what I bought. I bought some type of. It was like window decals, and it had like a llama on it, and a trailer, like almost like a trailer park like home on it. I thought it was pretty crazy. It had like a cactus. It was the most random thing of window stickers ever. I bought them at was it Dollar General or somewhere. I got them for like a quarter, and I sold them all. I've sold some Pioneer woman stuff. I haven't sold. I didn't know they had wrapping paper. I guess I really haven't went to the store lately. Looked at like wrapping paper because my wife has done it. Thanks for coming in, John. I appreciate it. Hey, John, did you do that international shipping like I was talking to you that one day about and everything? Has you had any sales with that lately? Yeah, I'm gonna get wrapping paper, lights. Um, I definitely want to get some of the tissue paper just for packing. If I can get a bunch of that, I would love. I got some. I got a little bit last year. I wanted to get a lot more, but that stuff was like dirt cheap last year. I'm surprised you haven't any international stuff yet, man. I've been even selling, getting global shipping stuff, which it's just stuff that I haven't even got a chance to update my listings for. I've had two global shipping ones, and that's rare for me because most of my stuff, probably have about 200 items that are. Yeah, they'll come, man. They'll definitely come because I only have 300. What do I have? 335. I think I have like 300. I got 300. I got right now. I got 334, which I have to. I have to get my items back up because I was over 360, and for me that was a lot because I don't, you know, I was sitting at about 150 for like the longest time while I was going through the whole Amazon thing. Then garage sale season came, and I was finally getting some inventory listed and everything. But a lot of Christmas stuff been selling. I had some games that sold. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you should definitely see a boost in sales. That's for sure. I haven't had any issues with any of my stuff. No returns. No. I had one guy that tried to say one of the stickers on my games didn't have Nintendo on it, which that case got closed really quick because he tried to send in a picture that wasn't even close to what the game was. It was like he found the bootleg picture online and tried to send it in. Throw a link in the chat. Maybe wants to come hang out. Yeah, last year I think it was Dollar General. I grabbed some, and I think I got it for like 25 cents. Like everything they had Christmas was like 25 cents or something. I bought. It might have been even the 10 cents because you're right. It was like 90% off. I think when I bought it. Yeah, that or 75%. I used all my red and green probably from because I didn't get a lot. I had that probably my first Amazon shipment. They got tons of that, and it was like this. It was a white with some red lettering on it or whatever that had that on it. So they were probably like, "What the heck?" What's up, man?
Oh, nothing. Getting a little bright here. I'm sitting here at my workstation and taking some photos. I've got a really nice boom box here. It's a Magnavox, and I am working on getting it. I was cleaning it up. This is a good little handy device if you do a lot of electronics. Get you a nice, inexpensive paintbrush, and you can like dust off all the dust. This is a must-have. And the knob on this, the volume knob had static in it, and I always keep a can of this Deoxit 5. This needs to be, if you deal in electronics, vintage electronics at all, this is a magic juice that fixes a lot of staticky knobs. So it's definitely worth investing in. But
What's that called again?
It's Deoxit D5. There's different flavors. This is the D5. This is the one that I found that seems to work best for electronics. It removes oxidation, improves connections, and seals and protects surfaces. What happens over the time is that the lubrication that they put on your knobs, it starts breaking down, and when it does, the connections will oxidize, and you don't get a very good connection, and that's what causes the static in your volume knob. So if you use the Deoxit, it actually breaks down the oxidation on your connections, and you lose that static.
That's a good. That's good to know. I never really. I mean, I sell some electronics, but I don't sell a lot. Usually, it's stuff that's like just ready to go.
My thing. Let me make sure, if that speaker's too loud, I'm on a laptop, and you know how crappy speakers are in laptops. So I've got this. I've got an external Bluetooth speaker. So if it gets too loud, let me know. I can turn it down. But I'm half deaf and I can't hear very well. But I'm doing a demonstration video on this, so I'm going to make a quick video and put it on my Show Me Pickers channel, and demonstrate that everything works good. And as a YouTuber, if you sell a lot of electronics and stuff like that, and if you try to build a second channel, a demonstration channel works really good, because if you put an item in with the model number and stuff, over time, you'll get thousands of views on that video. It's absolutely insane. I have a channel that is no longer, all those videos are no longer on there, but I had literally probably 20,000 views just on demonstrations of products, and I only had about 20 videos on the channel. It was pretty lucrative. Not lucrative, but I made money on it back in the day when you didn't have to have all of the monetization stats like the 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch minutes.
Right.
But it's just a good. It's what I do. But it's not really good stuff to throw up on your main channel, because people don't really want to watch it on your main channel. But if you have a secondary channel or a demonstration channel, and for me, I've got my second channel that I do eBay stuff on. It's going to be more like talking about news stories and stuff. I've always kind of liked to have a commentary channel where I can just sit and give my opinion on stuff, and if it makes someone not happy about eBay, if I have an opinion that isn't popular about something,
Right.
then it doesn't really matter if someone, it ain't gonna affect the channel because it's not a big channel, and I'm not too worried about it being monetized. I'm not. I mean, be honest. Unless you're at 100,000 subs, you don't make a killing on YouTube anyways. It's just the best thing I like about YouTube is like guys like you who I would have never met, and I'm just grateful to know you because you're such a great guy. But
I appreciate that, man.
just people I would have never met, Static, you, Alex. I love Suburban Beer, Josh. He's funnier than hell. Just cool people that you never would have met. Dusty, Scott, Shane, Craig. I mean, I've got some really close friends that I've developed, friendships with, and I hang out in a lot of private chats with guys because it's just easier than going live and putting all of the how we get.
Yeah.
It's better than than going live and throwing all that out to the universe. But how's Amazon going for you? I seen you were talking about working on building. That's what we were talking to Eric about, Eric Dominic, about him. He lost his job as an instructor at a college.
Oh, really?
We said, man, you need to be doing Amazon because, I mean, if JCPenney doesn't throw out the numbers this year, Macy's doesn't throw out the numbers this year, those two companies they're gonna be gone the way of the dinosaur.
Right.
You have GameStop. I don't know if I told you. I think I might have messaged you about this about GameStop. They're going to be shutting down 2 stores per district, and there's 500 GameStop districts between now and the end of the year. So that's 1,000 stores that they're going to be looking at shutting down before February. And by the end of the second quarter, by the beginning of the second quarter, they're going to have shut down almost 2,000 stores.
Wow.
So there's going to be a lot of potential there for people who want to go out and source RA GameStop for really good merchandise, because I mean that stuff always sells.
Oh yeah, I mean especially like the older video games, the Funkos, the figures. I mean that'd be a great haul of stuff you could get a great deal on.
Hey Grimes, how you doing, buddy? I see Justin's here. He's a good guy. That's a guy I'd like to get to know better because I really think that I'd have a lot in common with him. I don't think he takes a whole lot of crap, and I really respect that. He's a lot more diplomatic than me, though.
He's awesome, man. His videos are his last video were I guess one of his lockers he got ripped off on or something. I guess
I haven't seen that
came
one
and took it, but he killed it on the other one. It was a bunch of figures, and I don't think I caught the second part because I came home late last night, and
I'd like to get Justin's opinion on if he had a minute. It'd be cool if he'd jump in. I'd like to get his opinion on Alex Archibald on that Curiosity Incorporated deal. That there's some stuff going on with it, and maybe he don't want to talk about it publicly, but I would be interested in his take on that because watching the video going into it, he had one like, look, I bought this $8,500 for all of this stuff. And the story went that he didn't really divulge that he had a connection and that there was all this other underlying stuff that was going on with it. And the video he put out yesterday was, well, the guy stole a bunch of money from his family and then he bought all this inventory and now he's selling it to get his mom's money back. And I'm like, I'm not saying that he's a great guy, but it's just, you're just like, why didn't you tell us all that stuff in the first place? I'm going to take this stuff out and take it to my store. And now it's I watched the first, the second, and maybe the third video in that installment. And I didn't see the one that he did from his house. And maybe there's some more truth that comes out there. And then I watched the one that he did last night. It was like an 8-minute video.
He says he's going to grab a charger. He'll hop in.
I would love to get his opinion on this because he knows storage lockers. I would have to say, if you guys aren't subscribed to Mr. Grimes, to Justin, that you should go over and hit that subscribe button because that's probably the most knowledgeable guy on storage sheds, on YouTube. I'd put them up there with what is that Renee? Because I mean, heck, he probably buys several storage sheds a week. If you like storage shed content, that's the one to watch. Especially if he hops around like a rabbit most of the time. I don't know how. I guess you got to be really motivated um, to run a business like that because that's amazing.
What's
I'd
up,
love
Rob and Lisa? How you doing?
I'd love to do that high bid. I would love to do high bid auctions. I've wondered sometimes if you could go in with a couple of guys, if you could find a couple of guys that wanted to go into one high bid account, but I'm not sure how it works. And maybe partners with somebody and they do high bid auctions, then you have your high bid auctions. I'm sure that's against the terms of service though, but I'd love to be able to set up a local online auction and not have to have a building to for all the logistic purposes. You can essentially do it out of a lean-to.
Right.
Hey Danny, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, Grimes. He does. That's where he runs his auctions off of Hybrid, and
Yeah, I've talked to him a little bit about it, but I've never. I'm gonna grab a water real quick.
right.
You got one right behind me. I you know a lot about video game stuff.
I know a good bit.
I have a friend, and she's looking to sell. Can't go too far. She's looking to sell this Nintendo. I've got an original Nintendo with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1921, 26 games, and I'm just at a loss at what to price it for. And if it's okay, I'll run down the list of the games that are here. And if you hear anything that's of any relevance, let me know. There's Double Dragon, Bart and the Space Mutants, Iron Tank, Blades of Steel, Al Unser Jr., Top Gun, Ice Hockey, The Goonies 2, Baseball Stars 2, Pinball, Crystallis, Stell, Super Mario Brothers, and Duck Hunt, and it's got the gun. Ultimate Air Combat, Mystery Quest, Three Stooges, DuckTales, Burger Time, Silent Service, Pinball, Super Mario 2, Commando, Desert Commander, Little League Baseball, Monster Party, and the Battle of Olympus. And she tested it, and everything works well. And I just am at a loss at what do you think something like that, if you were going to sell it, what would you try to ask for something like that?
See, like NES games, unless they are going to be like the cream of the crop, they don't go for much. By themselves. But putting it in a lot like that, I
Yeah.
mean, for the system itself and the games, I wouldn't see why you couldn't get the system's probably at least 40-50 bucks by itself. Then you have the gun. You might be looking like close to possibly like $100 bill probably for that.
You think so?
Something in that range.
So
Um,
I thought about maybe listing it and starting it. What are you doing, sweetheart? Waiting. I thought about maybe starting it at like maybe 140 on the buy sell trade page, and then I can talk with her if somebody wants to talk me down a little bit on it. It's Christmas time and it works and it's in really good shape. So I like your background. Did you pay for StreamYards?
yeah, I paid for it. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about setting up a Facebook page? And then you could stream dual, like do on your Facebook and do your YouTube stuff at the same time.
Yeah, I have a page set up that I started it probably like a week ago.
Oh, really? Send me the link. I'll like it.
And I think you joined it, I thought.
Oh, I might have then. I don't know. I could be wrong. Sometimes I forget. I've got a whole.
Like, I was just gonna basically have it as like what's going on with me page, but then I thought about it, like I'd rather be like just like like me and the people that follow me, like if they're doing a video or whatever, they can drop the link and do stuff like that. So because
Yeah.
I don't do because I'm part time. I don't do a lot, so I don't want the page just kind of be stagnant. I want people to be active in it and drop. If they have questions and stuff, like they can always put in there or whatever. But let me find the page
What
here.
what you can do is that you have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, what you can do is if you have a page like that, you can actually connect your Instagram account to your Facebook because Facebook owns both of them.
Right.
And then you take a picture on your Instagram, it automatically uploads it to your Facebook page, your business page, and that way I sell a lot of stuff on Instagram. It works out really well. I'll snap pictures and stuff, upload it to Instagram, and then it throws it over to my Facebook page. And then if people want it, they can contact me, and it works out great. It's super easy to do, and I do really well. I sell a lot of stuff via the buy sell trade pages.
What's up, Jen?
Hey,
How
What's
you
up?
doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I like
Sorry.
I'm glad I have the setting. There's a setting in StreamYard that when someone comes in the green room, it goes dink. So I heard that and I'm like, okay, that's what that
Well, yeah,
sound
I
is.
figured I'd be sitting back here for a while. I wasn't ready. I was like,
Well, the worst part about it is, if you're typing in the, like, say you guys, it's not my channel. It's not on my channel. Like I'm a guest, like you guys are. I can't type in the chat, so I'd always be on like the other side or whatever, or I'm doing other stuff and I won't see it. Or if I have like 6 people on total, that second row gets hidden basically unless you scroll down, and I never see whoever the last person is because that happened the last time I had a working hangout. We had a full house and. I think it might have been Glenn. I think I felt bad that he was kind of sitting back there for a minute.
well, I'm trying to pop out the chat right now. I'm not.
I'll pull it up on my phone or something. So I have
There we
it.
go.
Because my computer's sitting all the way over there, and I have to move it around anyways if I want to.
Hi, Danny Mae and Cully.
It helps Nate get more views that way.
What are we doing? What are we working on, people?
Oh, we're just chit chatting. I got a couple things I got to put up. My listing and my eBay seem to be dying because I'm selling stuff. So I need to get it.
Wow. eBay's been busy for me too. I've got a list. Hi, Lisa and Ron.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm starting to. I want to be at least, no matter what, I want to be at least 350. Like that's my standard I want to stay at roughly, especially because the winter I know it's going to be up and down. I don't source as much for it, so I want to kind of keep that type of range right now with it. And if I can get more, then that's fantastic. But I need to get about 15 listings on here. So
On eBay or
yeah.
Amazon?
Oh no, Amazon. I'm over. Let me see how many active ones I have. I think Amazon I have more than that. Amazon, I have. That's total products. It's loading. I have 211 active SKUs. That's individual different products that I have in there right now.
That's awesome. I remember selling on Amazon years ago. It was a really cool platform to sell on back then. I probably was selling on it back in maybe 2007, 2008. Yeah, because it was a long. I've been off the platform for a long time.
With you having an account that old, man, you'd be grandfathered in everything too. That's what's really stinks.
Yeah, because I was selling and was doing good, and man, I made a mistake and I put my email address in the description box and said if anyone had any questions about the item because it was a used item. And that's what I did on eBay. Back then on eBay, you could put your email address in; it was no big deal.
Right.
And they banhammered me. I was done.
When did they start adding sellers onto Amazon? Was it around that time?
I can't remember. I know that it was real easy to list compared to all you had to do is put in the barcode and like the item went live and it was easy because I remember it It was back before I had kids, because I didn't have any kids. I mean, my kid's 12, so if you go back, yeah, I didn't have any. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I didn't have any kids back then. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so it's 2020. So go back 10. Yeah, it'd have to be 2008.
Yeah, I
We
think
had dogs. We had 2 golden retrievers.
I think it was around.
Amazon, Megan? Was it about 2008?
I think it was around that time where like Amazon started letting third-party sellers start.
Maybe. Okay, so yeah, it was 10 years ago then. It was 2008 to 2010 sometime in there. They're amazing. It was amazing. That's one of the biggest regrets of my life, probably, because at the time it was like, it's just Amazon. It'd be like getting kicked off Bonanza or getting kicked off Macari. You know, you don't realize down the road how big of a potential that it's going to actually be to impact. And now Amazon, you know, would impact my life in a way that's completely, it'd be completely amazing.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, I mean, at this point in my reselling career, I guess you could say, like if I would focus all on eBay, just grabbing all types of merchandise and having like a nice sweet spot of items sold, I couldn't see the sales velocity being able to carry me into a full-time thing unless I really invested in a whole lot of inventory. You know what I mean? Like it would take me years to build up. Yeah. Like it would take years.
We have about 1,300 items listed. We sell about, this month we're on track to do about 6,000. That's where I live comfortably. Coupled in with being able to live, there's a lot of factors. I don't know where you guys live at. I think I know where Nate lives at, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. But where I live at, I live in the taint of the United States. Like I live in the worst area geographically. I mean, we're separated from the rest of the country, and living here is absolutely cheap. Like you can buy a nice house here for $300,000, and I'm talking with land and everything. And so my living isn't very expensive. So for what me being able to live on eBay or live off of what I make on eBay is because of my geographic location. If you want to eBay full time, move to Missouri, move to North Arkansas, move to Tennessee, someplace where there's a lot of stuff to source, and 2, where the cost of living is absolutely cheap. But it's afforded me to do a lot of really cool things.
Right.
I own a building. I have a storefront. I have my inventory downstairs. I own a farm. And the thing is to diversify. You're not going to make a living by just doing. Have I tried to get back on, Eric? Yeah, I tried, but I made so many mistakes. It's a long story. I've made so many mistakes. It's like trying to get back with an ex-girlfriend when you did some notorious stuff on her, or a boyfriend. I'm not going to leave the ladies out on that one either. But I was a very bad person on Amazon because I didn't care. And I used them to make money, and I did it in a way that was not conducive for their business model, and I will probably never sell back on there. I mean, I've talked to people, and they said that I could set up an LLC, put it in someone else's name, hire them as an employee, sell on Amazon, make them like a small shareholder where I pay them out like a couple $100 a month just for being the face of the company,
right?
And then run the company. And I've thought about doing that, but here's the deal: I'm on YouTube. The only way I could do that would be to drop off YouTube, because somebody would try to, if they found out that you were selling on Amazon, they would probably try to turn you in, and it just wouldn't be worth it without getting into all that.
Right.
So I don't know. It was a mistake. It's one I got to live with, and maybe someday Amazon servers will crash and they'll lose all of their old information, and I'll be able to get back on it. But I'm not going to bank on that. Not with Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I mean, he has like a tech empire as well. I mean, their AWS is an amazing setup they have too, which a lot of people, a lot of companies use for their data and analytics and all types of stuff. So, I mean, I never realized that they had a company like that as well. And I think that's part of the reason why that the government is starting to take a look at Amazon, because they're just kind of just taking over the internet as in general, with sales and then with that platform and everything else. I mean, they're kicking butt. They're just definitely kicking butt, man. I'm just
And
happy I do
creating
what I
a
do.
monopoly of sorts. But they're not nearly as they're not nearly as bad as some companies will say. But they're we're almost into like Blade Runner, where corporations are almost too powerful. And I see that in the future that it could definitely be a huge problem.
Hi.
Hey, Alexis,
Hello.
How are you guys?
doing good.
Good.
Hello.
Hate to bomb in. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
Oh, you're fine.
We're just hanging out. What are you up to?
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Lexi. How you doing? Hello.
She must be lagging out a little bit.
You know what I'm
Yeah, a
doing
little
right now, Nate? Guess what I'm doing?
You're listening.
No.
What are you
I'm
doing?
good. I'm good.
We had a very
What am I
nice
doing?
talk.
I'm actually just outside in the freezing rain, literally.
Oh no. Where are you located?
Yeah, I'm Central Massachusetts. I'm out for the weekend. I'm at my boyfriend's house, so
Yeah, it gets
no
rough out there
access
during
to
the
my
winter.
inventory.
Oh no.
What? I'm sorry?
I said it gets rough out there in the winter, that's for sure.
Yeah, it does. And yeah, no access to my inventory. It kind of freaks me out all weekend.
That's a good thing though. Sometimes.
It forces me to take a break,
Yeah, right.
for sure.
That's one thing I don't do enough, probably. But it's because I'm trying to grow this thing as fast as I can, because I don't want to miss out on too much of my kids' stuff. I can already tell how
Yep.
work is and everything. It's going to be rough. Oh, we got a party going on now.
To take a break,
Yeah, right.
for sure.
You can always
Hi there.
Probably.
But
Ooh, it's Grimes.
What's up, Justin?
It's Grimes.
Fast as I can, because I don't want to miss out on too much of my kids' stuff. I can already tell. You got your YouTube,
Yep.
work and everything. It's going to be rough. Oh, we got a party going on now. Yeah, right.
Hey, Nate, is it okay for me to have a cigarette on live?
What's that?
Grimes.
Fast as I can, because I don't want to miss out on too much of my kids' stuff. I can already tell. You got your YouTube, work and everything.
Yes,
It's going to be.
is that Justin? Is he the rookie?
Everyone makes a rookie mistake every once in a while.
I've only been doing this 5 months. Give me a break.
But yeah, but I can tell you who is the financial guru, the Christian financial guru that tells everybody how to spend their money?
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Yeah, he'll tell you live like nobody right now, so you can live like nobody later. And if you can afford to hustle and work and put in the work now, because a lot of the social safety nets that that the boomer generation is enjoying right now, I'm not necessarily sure they're going to be there for us when we get to that point. So now's the point where you got to build that wealth, work hard, have something put back, so that when invest, if you're young, even if you're old, invest so that you can start building a nest egg, because medical treatment, all that other stuff, I mean, it's coming, and you got to have the money for it.
Right.
Unless you're Justin Grimes and, got stacks and stacks and stacks.
It's a party up in here, y'all.
Woo,
Yeah.
woo.
Oh,
Sounds good.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, I came to do some work. I got my great little hat, which I was gonna wear when I came on, but I thought you might not let me on, so I'm gonna put my my little skirts on and get busy, guys.
Oh, you can do it. You can do it.
Because Nate's so mean like that. He doesn't let nobody in.
Well, I didn't. It does kind of throw people off. It looks kind of scary there. But I also have something else for you, Nate. Here, hold on. I got a beard.
Oh, yeah. Now we're
I
talking.
love it.
It's not as nice as yours, I must say. Oh, but I really didn't. This is how I was going to come on like this, but I didn't think you'd let me on.
Yeah, I'd have been like, who the heck is that?
Yeah. I don't know how you do that. Whew, that's scratchy. Even this poor little thing is scratchy.
Get you a tea hat. You'll be looking. You'll be thinking you're Nate.
Right?
Yeah.
I have to get you a Pittsburgh hat.
Rob likes a hairy woman. That's probably too TMI for right now, isn't it? Man.
Not really.
Sorry.
Don't bother me.
I have to be careful because he went to the post office, so he left me here all alone. So
Lisa Untamed.
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
I gotta pop off, guys.
All right, Lexus.
Good evening.
Thanks for stopping in. All right.
Bye, Alexa.
So what you up to, Grimes?
I actually just got done breaking open that safe about an hour ago. So I just got the video done. I'm actually uploading it for tonight right now.
Awesome. Yeah, I have to watch the one from yesterday because I didn't get home until about midnight. So I didn't get to.
Which one?
I didn't get to catch up with the. Yesterday's was the. It was like part 2 of the second one.
Yeah. We found a bunch of jewelry in that one. And the safe though is the one from Rockwall that I bought the same day after I lost that one where everything was stolen. And so I bought a few more because I had a little extra time with myself and money in the budget. So anyway, we just cracked it open and I'll just say it was full of stuff that rhymes with gold.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty shocked.
What time's your premiere tonight?
8 p.m. Central Time. We try to stay consistent. January, I got plans to have the whole month planned out of what videos we're doing. We're going to try to mix in some new things, magnet fishing, things like that. But I'm going to try to release like at least a weekly schedule ahead of time and have them uploaded a week ahead of time.
Awesome.
So
I'll try to make sure I'm there for the premiere. We're going to Light Up Night. They have like a Christmas, like basically it's just a bunch of lights, like decorations, and it's like a little village, like where it has like little shops and there's Santa Claus and that type of stuff. So I'm gonna go out there with the kids at some point today, and we're gonna do that. Of course, we gotta wait for it to get dark, so we got some time. That's why I figured we'll do the hangout for a little while, and then I'll go do that, and I'll probably have my wife drive so I can watch the video full attention.
What was that? Nevermore. What was your question, or what were you talking about? The unit?
Yeah, you stand up. I don't like sitting down too long. It's bad for you health wise. Because I ate 2 cookies and weigh 300 pounds. I have a question. I know you caught Alex's video about the storage shed that he bought.
Yeah.
And, it was full of the Funko Pops. But I watched the next couple videos where he kind of went in there and looked around and sourced through some of the stuff. But did you see the video that he put out last night kind of explaining?
No, a lot of people told me about it in our premiere last night, and I went to check it out, and it was gone. So
it was like 8 minutes, really. I must have caught it at the right time.
I think you did, but the one before that was gone too. I guess somebody said he was having some issues with the family of the people that owned it or something. So I figure maybe he took it down just for I don't know. I have no idea why he took it down, but I tried to go check it out. It wasn't there. So but I saw that the first auction is actually starts in 2 days, it looks like.
Yeah. From apparently what had happened. And now I don't know if he was saying, he kept saying the word mom, and I'm not sure if he was talking about his mother or the mother of the. Apparently, someone got some finances had been crossed, and maybe that's where I don't. Where I no, I don't need to talk to anyone right now. Okay. Where it's apparently somebody had stolen people's life savings and had bought all of that stuff, and I thought that it was pretty interesting, and I thought that it was his mother, but maybe he was just using the universal mom because she was an older lady or something. I don't know.
That he was going to take the money from it. I actually chatted with Alex on Facebook, Facebook Messenger about it. Because I was very interested in selling it. Because if they do the job right, he's going to make a minimum of probably $500K on that.
Yeah.
And so, but we chatted about it, and he had signed a contract, I guess, with that guy he released the day. But I know he said he was going to take the money from it and help out his mom and some other family members and friends.
Yeah. Apparently, it's caused family issues because I think that family is his family. That apparently. Yeah, I think
it was like an abandoned storage unit, or if it was just like a foreclosure.
Yeah, there was more to that story than I think that we were privy to in the beginning, because I follow everything the guy does. He's one of my absolute. I just look because he has the antique store. I love his personality, but I was in the beginning. I was like, well, somebody. I figured that like you make YouTube videos. People go, hey, you live in my area. Hey, Justin, you got money, and I know you're going to move on this. You're not going to kick tires and him haul around. I want a money man. This is what I got, $8,500. You would have jumped on that unit. I would have sold a kidney for that unit if I would have known what was in there.
$800, like that row of Hot Toys on the top was.
Yeah.
I've sold large collections of Hot Toys and one like smaller than that, and we still made the guy like 20 grand on it.
Yeah, those Hot Toys were awesome. Then he had the reproduction Migos and all of that stuff, and I really so I think that it was his family, and I watched that video, and apparently somebody in the family left the country, and they left owing $8,900 on that storage unit, and he paid it, and I don't know. It's an interesting story. Somebody apparently started a YouTube channel about him and that purchase, because he said that in that video. He says it's been an interesting adventure. He said, because not only did I start that YouTube, or somebody started a YouTube channel just based on this purchase and have made some videos. And I'm like, well, let's see if we can find that. And I could never find the other videos about it. And I typed in all kinds of stuff because I was just curious, but I'm glad to know that you talked to him. At least you made contact with them.
Yeah,
that would be an awesome collaboration. YouTube, I would freaking love to see that.
And he had a valid point. I've never done stuff out of the country. I do stuff all over the United States, but never out of the country. And so I'm not very privy to what it would cost to move that much product from country to country. And he said it's actually really expensive.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they export it to the U.S. Especially with all the tariffs and stuff and all the trade stuff going on right now. There's no telling. Yeah. And I think on the 15th, new tariffs go into place, so there'll be more stuff coming in from China that'll be tariffed. And one of the items that it's going to be on the new tariffs is toys. One of the big tariff items that they're going to be you're going to have to pay more for importing. So right now is a good time to be making a lot of connections, and because a lot of these, because they're smart, they're Asian and they're just really smart. And now they're going over to Vietnam, and they're in the process of constructing these large factories because it's economically viable to establish factories in Vietnam and to start dealing with America that way, because then there's no tariffs because it's not China. They're smart. I mean, they're going to get around it. You're not going to. But apparently, there's a trade deal on the horizon that is going to supposedly fix all this. So I hope.
After that, it'll be better for sure.
Yeah.
That's like I say, when there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, the secondary market, the stuff will be worth more. I mean, you got to look at it that way. I mean, it sucks for some people. It sucks for Walmart, but hey, let's look at it. They got plenty of money. But for guys like you that are buying storage sheds, I mean, if the stuff at Walmart starts going up, that means you're going to start getting more for your general household goods.
Right.
That's what my whole business model used to be built on, like antiques, collectibles, high-end stuff. And then, just after I was thinking about it, I was like, man, we've really got to make this recession-proof if I'm going to build this up. Because I've talked about this a lot, is a lot of resellers, like what you were just talking about earlier, is having a plan for the end of the journey. And that's why I'm building up this company with all these different streams of revenue, YouTube, U-Haul, just all these different streams of revenue that are coming in, because all that adds value to my company. And at the end of it, I have no doubt that my company will be worth at least $5 million by the time I'm probably 50.
Yeah, and the thing is, in the down times, your business is going to be good because why? You buy storage lockers.
It's recession.
It's recession proof. There's 2 businesses that I can think of off the top of my head that are recession proof. 3. One is your business. 2 is a pawn shop, and 3 is a liquor store.
Yep.
No matter what, if things are going good, people are going to drink. If things are going bad, people are going to drink.
Funeral homes. I got to put in there funeral homes. I used to work for one. You always got business.
Yes, ma'am. You're right. That one's
that one's a guaranteed one. I guess.
I know a funeral home that will take your estate in to do your funeral. They would have yard sales. I'd go. Yep. I didn't have a YouTube channel, but I would go to a funeral home and have a yard sale, and I had a bunch of beautiful clothes from the 1940s that I got. And the lady was a model. It was amazing. Some of the stuff I've seen and bought before YouTube. Back before I had kids and I could travel.
Well, that and earrings too, for people going to take care of their pets. Too.
Yeah.
That and beauty parlors.
Yeah,
they got a big.
People eat them pets. I mean, not to be weird or anything, but you're gonna. I tell you what, it's just the way it goes. That's where a lot of people made a lot of money during the Great Last Depression. Is the people who had money and they were smart with it. And this is being very opportunistic. And I know that a guy like me, and I know Justin, not a very opportunistic person either. But what you see is that you would see people with big bankrolls. They would go in because some places in the nation were pretty much not. They didn't feel the depression as hard. It was still everywhere, but it wasn't as bad in some places. And those people would go into places where it was bad, and they'd buy up farms and properties and stuff like that. Because as soon as the recession was over and the economic upturn, then they could flip those properties and sell them back. Or even what they would do is go in and buy the property, and then the people that were living on it, they would become tenant farmers, and they would just be like, you can stay here, but you work for me now.
Yep.
Hey, Justin.
Glenn, what was I have not had a chance to watch the stolen storage shed unit, but what have you had any? I guess you probably won't have any updates on that. That's probably just above a dog pooping in a yard somewhere to the police. They probably.
Well, at the end of the day, look, I know people that will fight that tooth and nail. And at the end of the day, I'm still a business before I'm a YouTube channel. It makes absolutely zero business sense to stay there and waste any more time when I had other units I can make money on. I can go film. And the stuff was gone. I don't want it back. What am I going to do? I mean, just take a civil suit to try to, get gas money and a couple $100 in labor that it took to drive out there or something. So it just didn't make sense. Yeah. I mean, it was the principle of it is why I would have fought it.
Right.
It was just a really odd situation, but there's really nothing to update. I mean, somebody went in there and took it out. I mean, mysteriously the cameras over there were unplugged. One was like obstructed with something.
Maybe Jeffrey Epstein's alive and he stole your storage shed.
I think he was. That was. I mean, I had to remember, right? At the end of the day, everything in our homes and our businesses ends up in a landfill. It's just stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't get all emotionally involved in that. And man, I tell you what, after I got to that next unit, it's freaking killer. And then the 2 that I bought in Rockwall because that one had the safe in it, and I'm telling you, man, it was full of great stuff.
Well, the one that's all African art and jewelry, that like you buying all kind of stuff every time I watch a video on that.
And I get a lot of help for review stuff. It's it's all about profiling units. I mean, it's
right.
I guess I guess people, I see other videos of other channels and stuff.
Yeah. I was watching.
They call me a liar all the time to say there's no way you find all that stuff. The thing is like these are on Storage Treasure. A lot of the ones I like to online.
Right.
I've had my biggest hits online, and people can go put in the zip code and check it out and see, like, no, these are legit. It's just I've learned to pick which ones are going to have that stuff. And a lot of people don't believe me, but like that last one, we're there. It's like when I open the door, like I can feel it. And I felt that there was jewelry in there. And man, it sure was. And we've only been through like maybe 8 boxes out of like 150 of them. And I've already found like tons of gold.
I wonder what, like I said, the one after, so what's the story behind it? That they just didn't pay their rent, or they died, or don't care anymore?
So like the ones that one that I bought with all the jewelry in it and had just all the good like antiques and stuff in it, they said that lady had been there for years and years, and she kept getting it out of auction, I think is what they said. But then finally she let it go, and then she never came up there to work in it. So, and then the 2 in Rockwall, they both they were by the same owner, and they just said that the lady couldn't afford them anymore. And then I'm just so dumbfounded because you find out what they owed on it, and then when I just cracked that safe open, there was more than enough in just gold jewelry and diamonds in there to pay for it.
All they had to do was go in there, take some stuff out of the safe, and say, go pawn it, and say, here's the bill for the next year.
Yeah, she knows that. Katie knows that. Yeah, just remind me. Yeah. But so if I hadn't lost out on that one, I wouldn't have bought the ones in Rockwall with the safe.
Yeah.
I still think the one that got stolen was a great unit, and I felt like, man, that unit like screamed Rolexes and stuff like that to me. And I don't know, maybe who was in the unit saw it, or you got to know that there was something of value for that. If it was the previous owner, there was tons of furniture, and it was a big full 10x20. For them to take the risk of breaking in there, breaking the door open to get that stuff out,
Hey guys, I need to make a phone call real quick. I'll be right back in 1 second.
They didn't cut this to lock. They cut the part the lock connects to, right?
Yeah, the little drop down.
The slide clasp.
A lot of people, if you stick like a pry bar through the lock, you're not going to break the lock. But if you twist,
you're going to take the rivets, unless that's super, titanium or Kevlar.
It's easy to pop.
So like you said, put a disc lock don't do no good. All you got to do, like you said, put a crowbar inside the disc lock, twist it, and you just turn the whole thing. You take the whole thing off.
Yep. So it's interesting, but I'll never know. And to be honest, I don't care. It's off to the next unit. See if we got any questions in here. Hey, because you said, hey, you give me a budget, I'll pick you one. Find me one that screams gold, diamonds, and silver. I'm pretty sure if I see those, Robin, that I'm going to keep that one for myself.
You ever come across empty gun boxes in those units? I'm at the cardboard, not the plastic. Like a Glock goes in maybe 60s to 50s range.
Yeah, every once in a while. I mean, I find tons of ammunition out here in Texas. I mean, you use ammunition all the time in empty gun boxes. I'll find rifles and shotguns like that.
I mean, empty gun boxes. I sold one for almost $2,000.
What? What kind was that?
It was a Smith & Wesson Magnum something, but I sold it for $1,700, $1,750. And actually, when I bought the box, it had some cleaning rods in there for like a shotgun made of wood. I just sold that last week for like $28. sold some little aluminum ones in there for like $25. So far, I cleared over close to $1,800 on a $10 investment. But I saw it online like that Monday or Tuesday, and I sold one before for like $300 that I got for free, and saw it. So I Googled it and all that. And it's pulling up $1,300, $1,000. And I'm looking at the one in the picture, and you can see it a lot better condition than the ones they sold. So I said, I can sell that for $1,900. So that's what I started at. But it didn't have the wax paper inside. It didn't have an instruction. No like warranty cards, nothing like that, or little tools. Because if it had all that in there, I could have probably sold it for $2,100 or $2,200.
Wow.
You know, and so whoever bought it is a collector that probably had the gun, and he needed that box to make it even more valuable. Because to pay, like you said, $1,700 for an empty box, you know, it has to add value to your item, you know.
Oh, absolutely. There's a market for everything. Like when I find just random stuff, if I don't know about it, I do a Google search, because there's stuff out there that's crazy that I see people throwing away, and I'm like, man. You know?
That's an item probably a lot of people throw away, because I was watching Jeremy one time, and they found it was like a blue box, and he's kind of chunked it, and I feel like I wish I had a set number. I said, hey, that could be a couple $100 bills you throwing around like that getting damaged, you know.
I'll tell you what, Robin, you start paying half my bills, I'll start picking your units. Calling me greedy.
Now you got what, like 4 employees, 3 or 4 employees? I see like some of them on your videos.
Yeah, we had more. We're going into a different season, so yeah, I've got four here currently, and me and my wife that are here every day. So there's 6 of us here.
Now I know you do Utah too. So when you use those trucks, you rent them. Your company rents them.
Yeah, we just sold back our box truck. We had one, but just it was a 17-footer. I liked it because it had a lift gate, but I get such a good discount on U-Haul because we're a U-Haul dealer. It wasn't paying for itself, so we cut it out. So yeah, we use the U-Hauls here.
Right. So I didn't know, maybe you rent it from your business rents it, a different entity or not.
We do. I get 1% off, and so any U-Haul like trailers and stuff like that make 21%.
Right.
Like cardboard boxes and materials, I think it's like 30% or something.
So wait, so where's Rob at?
Oh, he had to run to the post office. Are you kidding? I always say that, but he likes to go on Fridays, because when he goes on Fridays, he will usually stop by somewhere. So I'm sure he probably spotted an estate sale that's out somewhere, and he always tells me, "Oh, I'll go by myself. It's all right. Don't worry." So he gets out of the house and he gets to go shopping without me. Of course, he won't admit it.
John, y'all open today or you closed?
Oh, we're open, just not very busy.
Okay. So you're down in the basement now, or are you in the back of the store?
I'm in the back of the store.
Okay.
Jen, what you got going on?
I'm just listing.
We stopped by the Goodwill outlet in Orlando yesterday. That was the first time for me going there. So I'm trying to go through all the stuff that we got.
Yeah, I know Anthony and his wife were down there.
Yeah, we met up with them. We met with them and had lunch yesterday.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I said we got to take a picture to prove it, So we did. And of course, like I said, you can't put Rob anywhere without him trying to find a thrift store.
Yeah.
But what was so awesome down there is the e-commerce building for Goodwill down in Orlando is huge. It is one of the largest buildings I've ever seen. And I told him, I said, that's where I want to go shop. I want to go shop in their e-commerce place. You know, of course you can't go in there, but that's where all the good stuff is. Glenn, what are you up to doing today?
Just a little bit of paperwork, and I just finished up doing some boxes that went to the post office before I came on here.
Yeah. I mean, isn't it crazy? You wouldn't think we'd have paperwork, but there is doggone paperwork.
Well, I work at a bike shop, so I got that type of paperwork too.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm at work right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that you worked at another shop.
Yeah.
Is that your shop?
A family business, motorcycle shop.
Cool.
Anytime you see this background behind me, it means I'm at work. And you see the other background, I'm at home.
Gotcha. You missed it. I came on. I had a Nate beard, but I couldn't leave it on because it was too fuzzy.
Yeah, I saw it.
I told him, I said, I couldn't stand that, man. I don't know how you guys can stand to have hair on your face. Yeah, and then I watched Anthony this morning when he did that live from where were they at?
Yeah, standing in line for Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse give Tommy a wave out. You know.
Last I heard from him, he said it was storming. I told him that they brought rain down with them because we hadn't had rain in Florida for like 2 weeks.
See, I would dread that, spending thousands of dollars to go down there and it rained that weekend, you know.
But the good news is I saw the next couple days, it's going to be like 78 and 82 during the day with 0 chance of rain.
Right.
So, you know, that's going to be great weather.
When I left out this morning, I was wearing not a heavy jacket, but it was like 45 or so, 49. And maybe like 70 when I walk out the door today. And
yeah.
I think tomorrow it must be like hitting 71.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, y'all tell Nate that I've got to run, but I wanted to pop in and answer Nevermore's question.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
Justin.
I'm going to be starting. I should be starting our lives back either next week or the week before. And all you other resellers, love you guys, and you know we'd like to start rotating you guys in on our channel as well.
Cool.
So just be looking forward to that. And so anyway, tell Nate that appreciate him, and hope he has a good time with his family tonight.
Okay, man.
All right, guys.
See you, man.
Bye-bye.
I just had somebody make me a counter offer a couple seconds ago on some boots on Poshmark. Let's see what type of deal he made me.
Yeah, hopefully they gave you a good one.
Well, I had 30 and he came back with 20 and I came back with 25. Now he's wanting to do 22. I'm going to refuse that. You know, because they're brand new. I mean, you know, they're not in a box, but you can tell by looking at the soles. If they did wear them, they only wore them once, you know, if that, you know.
Well, you know, 'tis the season to be stingy.
Yeah, Glenn.
They work boots. Let me show you.
Either way, you know, you can take that either way. See, you can tell I went and sourced down in Orlando. I got like cool stuff like, you know, the Mickey ears.
I think brand new they go for like $60, but I mean, you can kind of tell they look. I wouldn't, you know. Steel toe work boots, you know.
No, steel toe work boots are expensive. I had to wear them. Well, I didn't have them for work. I used to wear them when I went camping with the boys and we go hiking.
Right. Let's see.
I'm back.
Yeah.
My internet kicked me off. What are you listing? Lisa?
I'm doing descriptions. We went to the outlet yesterday in Orlando for the first time, and they really mostly was just clothes, which Rob and I don't do a lot of clothes, but we decided to make the best of it. So we ended up picking out about 20 pieces. So I'm just trying to get everything listed. Just get everything described so that all he has to do is do pictures.
Jen, I didn't click you out of the live, did I?
What's that?
Who, me?
Yeah, did I click you out of the live a minute ago?
No, my internet did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin had to go take off. He said, "Say goodbye."
Yeah, I just got a phone call. My mom's having emergency surgery in a little bit.
Oh man.
She had cancer, and it was the one that doesn't hit your main organs. It doesn't affect them, like it won't attack them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she just got through having that surgery. It was the tumor originally was the size of my fist, and I have a pretty big fist. And so she got all that taken care of. Now she's having fluid build up around her heart and lungs.
Oh man.
So she went to the emergency room last night, or I think it was either this morning. I don't know. She went to the emergency room, and now she's having surgery. So
yeah, I know usually for fluid they put a stent in and like drain it somewhere. That's what they had to do on my brain tumor. I had fluid on my brain.
That's what they did to my dad. Nate, he had to go in, and they took almost 30 pounds off of him. By the time he came out, he was in for a couple weeks, but he came out 30 pounds lighter.
Oh man.
He just never realized that he had that much fluid built up like that, you know?
Yeah.
But, it was a relatively easy thing that they did, but I'm sorry to hear that. It's always bad when your parents aren't well.
It's been a hectic few months, just to say. You know what I mean, with everything going on with that, and my sister called me and she goes, "I hate Friday the 13th," and I didn't even realize it was Friday the 13th.
Oh man, it is.
Until she said something,
and
I'm like, "Oh man!" Like, so I told my sister, I said, I'll go down there whenever, like I'll be there for whenever she gets out of surgery, because I can't sit in the waiting room, like easy procedure or not.
No, I know what you mean. That's awful. The waiting is the worst part.
What's that?
It's supposedly an easy procedure.
Well, the thing that they're worried about is what like the fluid. Well, like what is the fluid? Like, is it something that could be like something from like another, like cancer forming, like, or something like that. They're worried about the fluid, so they want to drain it. They need to test it and see what it's all about, what it's coming from, because she was having like her ankles and stuff with it, like swelling, stuff like that. So, and I told her, I said, I got that too. I said, mine was me being big and always on my feet. And I told her, I said, you need to take it easy. You're always running around, like joking with her. And she says, I don't do anything anymore. I'm always, so tired and weak. And I mean, when they described how they did the surgery to take the tumor out, it made me cringe, because they basically had to break her sternum open and get into her chest plate.
Wow.
And they had wires like keeping it together, but having it spread apart. Like it's oh man.
I'm sorry, Nate.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. That's why I had to jump off. I was like, I gotta take this call from my sister.
Well, he came back with a $25 counter offer and accepted my original $25 offer.
There you go, Glenn. Way to stand your ground.
I did that for my Star Wars thing. I sold the global shipping. They sent me a 20, like I think it was on sale for 37.
Right. I haven't had these too long, so it's not like I had them a year or 6 months, but
Yeah, I had them things for 6 months, and I was like, you know what? I'm not taking anything less than 35, because I bought them for 20. And I was like, for me holding them as long as I did, and it's Christmas time, they're just hitting me with a low ball just to,
Yeah, those are nice looking
Yeah,
shoes.
they're like a small size too, which is weird. You know, they're only like an 8.5. Yeah. Well, actually a 7. So they're small.
Hey, that could be a woman. A woman could buy them. I used to buy because I have wide feet. My feet,
Right.
so sometimes I would
Yeah.
buy men's shoes or boys'
Right.
shoes because they're wider.
Yeah, this picture is showing basically as a guy and all that. And I checked his store out, and it's just he's a buyer, not he doesn't
Oh,
do that stuff.
gotcha. He's gonna flip them.
So I have a question.
I don't think he's gonna flip them because they would have sold a long time ago if that was a killer price.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this. Mute myself.
I told you guys before I told my wife. I was like, wait a minute, I better tell her what's going on.
I mean, I get about 5 of those calls a day. You know, this is Google. Please do not hang up.
Okay, so I have a question. So there's like kind of a science to the whole offer counter offer thing. What do y'all do? Curious.
I go back and forth. You know, originally, he like $30 I had an item. He counter offered like 22. I came back with 25. He came back with something else. You know, or I declined it, and he shot back with 25. You know.
That's exactly what I do. And yeah, Jeff's always like, take it. And I'm like,
Right.
heck no, I never take the first offer unless
Right.
it's like a really, really good offer. Just
Yeah.
like the bucks
See, that's
off.
Rob is more apt to that. He's afraid that they'll say no. But I mean, there's some people that just live for the art of the haggle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a game
And that's
film.
what they want. They want that interaction, that back and forth kind of stuff, you know. So
Well, like today on Macari, I had a Starbucks cup up there. And, you know, I had a price a little bit higher because I knew I was going to have to do offers and stuff like that. And, you know, they kept countering me. We were going back and forth. And I just sent him a message. I said, I'm sorry, I can't go any lower than this. Shipping on this is going to be like $8. And he paid what I wanted. So,
Right.
you know.
That's why I love selling on different platforms and how I have eBay set up, because I feel like I can stand my ground, or if I really want to just get rid of it, you know, I can kind of dump it. You know what I mean? Where if it was my only platform I was using, or my main income, like say I didn't have a job, then I'd be like really like, you know, hard up to make sure I got what I thought I should get on them.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it also depends on how my sales have been that day.
Yeah.
Right.
If my sales have been bad, you're going to get a much better deal than if I've had good sales that day.
That's true, because I'm just like, I just want to sale, darn it.
Yeah.
Well, like I talk a lot about, like, you know, like I know sometimes we look at things as, you know, occurrences, like with eBay, for example. Like if you list every day, like people think they get more sales. And
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, when I ship like really fast on orders, like when I, you know, if something's supposed to go out and I ship it and I delete it on my thing, like instantly, like right before the show started, boom, I had another sale. So I don't know if that is something that, you know, helps, but the quick shipping and the, you know, the same day shipping for me, I feel like it gives me a bump in the, you know, eBay's crazy math.
I find that I can get a little bit more money on certain things. There's certain things that I've sold that's I actually have it price higher than some other people, but I have 1 day shipping, and that's got to be the only other reason that sold is because I have faster shipping. I don't know.
What type of handling time do you have?
1 day.
1 day.
We
Okay.
always ship next day.
So I could do 2 days just to, you know, cover me, but I usually do 1 day. But it'd be nice when you buy something, even though it had even 4 day handling. Hey, this customer ships stuff out next day, even though he has 4 day handling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wish they'd do something like that. The way when the customer buys it, you know.
Well, I like it because that's what I shop for. When I shop on eBay, I'm
Right.
Miss Impatient, and I'm going to go with the person that ships the fastest, probably,
Right.
you know, so.
I think I've said this before, but like what Rob and I do to help us, we have our shipping policy is on things that are over £1, we do a parcel priority where they can choose, they almost always choose parcel. So they've got that long time. But because of the discount we get, we can actually upgrade it to priority, and we make a dime. Usually we make a dime. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that just about the same price?
We upgrade it to priority, and then they get it that much quicker, and then the feedback just goes through the roof. We usually always get feedback because people are like, "Oh my God, it got here a week earlier."
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think they're getting something, I guess, but like I said, usually it's 10 cents difference. Like if I ship some to Washington D.C., Washington State for $17.34, it might be $17.55 to do it priority.
right.
Yeah, that's smart, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
So, and I do that with my media mail too. But since they switched it around and it's by location instead of by weight now, it throws it off. But I used to be able to ship media mail out for the first. It would be the same thing, the first class rate, but now they've kind of screwed that up. But if I can, I always, even if I have to pay, Rob doesn't like to pay more than a nickel, y'all. But he's pretty tight. But anytime I can upgrade somebody, I try to do that to just help with the feedback, because it seems like they do appreciate it.
That's super smart.
Like my shipping policy, if they pay before 11 Eastern, they'll guarantee go out same day. Like today, for example, I'm home all day, so I'll even push it back further without putting in my listing or anything. But that's why I put in my description, like you get fast, reliable shipping, don't get paid before 11. So this way, it kind of helps people. That some people would like to purchase things or take your offer and then kind of just let it stew around and wait a little while for it or whatever the case is. So I think that helps with it, because they're like, oh, if I hurry up and pay, then I'll get it today or 2 days from now or 1 day from now, depending on where they're at.
Isn't it nice when you get those payments right away and you don't have to follow up with them or get that?
I hate that.
Oh my God, you turned me into eBay.
Well, I sold some ink. The other day, this little HP 82 ink, and they sent an invoice, and it was maybe like 10 hours, 12 hours before they paid. And then they said, "Can you send this out as soon as possible?" Oh heck, if you would have paid instantly, I could have got it out that same day.
Right.
It's like
Hey,
I can't. It's like I can't pay can't ship until you pay. Yeah.
Have you sold any canister sets?
Yeah.
Lisa.
Yes.
You have. Well, I have one, and it's definitely vintage. I don't know if I can show a picture of it, but I couldn't find any like it. I mean, I know it's not like rare or anything like that, but I have no idea like what to price it at.
You talking about like kitchen canisters that say tea, sugar, flour on it?
Yeah, I could show a picture.
Yeah.
I'll prove it.
You're gonna prove it? Oh, how do I do that?
Just hit share screen,
share screen. Boom.
And then it'll pop up a box. Click on the box, and then hit OK.
Okay, so I want to show this picture. If it'll. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, hold on. Okay, so can you see this picture?
1 second.
Not yet. Okay.
Okay, you're on the screen.
Okay, like that. And you couldn't find nothing like that?
Are they ceramic?
It's ceramic. Yeah.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
And you couldn't find nothing like that?
Not necessarily. I didn't know what to call it because there's nothing on the bottom. It's just like a rough bottom.
Give me just a minute. Let me see if I can find something.
I know, cause there's some ones like Sears used to make. They had mushrooms on it and all that.
Yeah.
That's the good old Mary mushroom pattern.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can even. I found a serving fork that had that on it. A carving fork, and that sold like crazy. I found magnets with Mary mushroom. Evidently, Sears made everything in your kitchen Mary mushroom.
Yeah, back in the 60s.
So
I got a set of I got from my grandmother. They're like look like a log. They're like a they're round and like got the wood look. The look, even though they're ceramic, whatever, porcelain, they got that wood look to it. They look like a log that's been cut.
I think Jeff found just one of them. I couldn't find it, but he said one of them that sold for like $20. But I'm just I want to sell the whole set, but I'm not sure, can I get 25 for it? Can I get 40 or 50 for it? I don't.
The sad thing is you probably would get more money if you sold them individually because of the weight.
Right.
Yeah.
People never want to commit to that, those
That's true.
heavy weights. And so that's why I will normally break it up and sell them because it's all about how much money you can get for it, of course. So that's what I normally do. And I hate to do it sometimes because I really think somebody would really appreciate it as a set.
I hate breaking up the set, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I always worry too when you send stuff like that. If somebody gets it and for whatever reason, one has a little chip, now I'm going to be on the hook for the whole set,
You should have saw this.
You're a genius.
You should have saw how I packed this.
No, I have just been selling glass for so long,
I love to absorb this knowledge from people. This is my thing.
That's why I like doing the hangouts because, like, if I have a question, boom, I have a bunch of people that have a little more information or the answer I need.
Let me put up the picture real quick. And
this is what Rob found yesterday. Okay. And this is
cool.
Looks like something you could brain somebody with. This thing is so heavy, and it
looks heavy.
Oh my god!
It's like a bookend almost.
Yeah.
It is. It's a pair of bookends, and it's mid-century modern. It's
cool.
Oh gosh, it's LE, and I can't remember the last Smith. I think it's LE Smith glass. They made them in all different colors, and of course, this is the color that gets the less price. The pretty amber and the blues and those colors are the ones that have a higher price. But Rob found these, so I was so proud of him yesterday that he started to look for glass.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know Jeff brought home glass the other day from the bin, and I'm like, what are you doing? I was like shocked. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what state are you in?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I'm in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just shipped out that golden retriever vintage piece I sold, and man, I wrapped that in so much bubble wrap and
was that a sandy cast?
Yep.
Yeah, I knew when you showed that. I thought, I remember when you put that up there because I commented on it because I used to sell sandy cast stuff when I was at the Hallmark store. I don't have the big pieces go for good money. I have some little snoozers. They're called little snoozers, but they're small sandy cast. I pick sandy cast up every time I can find it if I can get it at a decent price.
Yeah,
because people love that stuff, and it's so easy. If it gets a chip, you just get a marker. And you fix it because that's how SandyCast does it. That's what they sent us as a repair kit. They sent us a set of markers.
Oh, really?
I try to get pieces that are in colors that I can get a Sharpie, and you can fit, and you can't even, unless it's a major, but if it's just a little minor one, you can fix it with a Sharpie and you can't ever tell because it's sand. It's compressed sand.
Yeah,
and I wonder if train sets you should sell like that too. Break them up.
Mm-hmm.
So I got one of those too.
What was that, Jen? A train set?
Yeah, Jeff picked up this Brighton Company train set thing, but it doesn't have a box.
So
but I'm not sure how I should sell that either. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I end up getting $27.99 or something for that.
Yeah, that's a good price. That's a good price. But was yours a golden retriever?
Yeah.
Yeah, those I have 2 labs that are mine. Those, we had every breed of dog in our store. We carried because they did every breed of dog, I think. And those are so popular. They made other stuff besides dogs, statues, but their dog ones were so popular.
Yeah, I wish they had a pit bull one. I kept it just because I love my pit bulls, man. Like I'll never have another breed of dog unless maybe a retriever.
Now, see, I grew up with pit bulls. I'm right there with you, Nate. I love them, and it's such a polarizing conversation when you have with people because people are just have the wrong perception because, like,
Scared of them. Yeah.
if you check the, and I understand that the bites of them are very severe, but if you go bites, small dogs are more apt to bite you than a large dog.
Oh yeah.
So
They feel like we're so much bigger that we're
it's
more of a threat.
it's that little man syndrome.
Yeah. It's like
I know my dog has that. He thinks he's a Rottweiler or
Oh
something.
yeah. I had a 5-pound Maltese that I used to have to take outside when I would take him to the vet because the big dogs would come in and he would just go crazy. All the fur would come up on him and he'd just be lunging at him, and they're just sitting there. They don't even bark at him, which just makes him madder because he's
They're
like,
we're not worried about you.
So I'd have to take him outside because I'm like, oh my God, I have to take you outside because you won't behave. Like an unruly child. But he was a hoot.
Yeah, like my gram had a miniature Boston Terrier, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like the wiener dog, but it wasn't long. It was like that type of dog, but it wasn't, obviously the wiener type. It was short, normal size, like length. And she had 3 of them, like basically the whole time that I remember. I think my dad said there was 4 altogether, but the first 2 I loved. Like they were great dogs. I almost wanted to get one, but the last one she got right before she passed away was a nut. Like it was a nut. Like it would run around. It would try to bite people. It would, and I didn't have my kids at the time, thank goodness, because I would never let him around. My kids, of course. So, but I've come to love pit bulls so much. Like in my early days, it was probably the nostalgia of having a pit bull. I got this tough dog. It'll protect me. It'll defend my house. And then, as I've changed as an individual for the better and everything like that, I've come to understand and know how good they are with kids. And, and they protect my kids versus me when I'm roughhousing with them.
Oh my God.
Right.
They are so protective. You're not kidding. But I know ours, when my cousin who lived across the street, we were kids and they always came over. And when he came over, the first thing he would do, of course, now our big bad pit bull's name was Scooby Doo. Okay. So the first thing Scooby would do would be knock his feet out from under him and grab his pants leg, and he would pull his pants off. He would literally pull his jeans right off of him because you could never make him let go. What he would do is he wanted to drag him around the yard. He would like a toy. He would drag him around the yard playing with him, but he'd literally end up pulling his pants off, because he wouldn't let go.
Yeah, I love them. I won't have any other type. My wife wants to get like a corgi or something small, and I'm like, no. I would end up stepping on it because I have big feet. I'm a big dude, and I step on stuff. And not only that, like I think that now this is just me, but I think that it would get into more of my inventory because it would want to like crawl in between stuff and like hide.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like or just try and like I don't know.
Hey, but Nate, when I first met Rob, I had that little Maltese, and Rob used to take him for a walk. Can you see Rob out there? And he's 6'3" too. He's 6'3", and he probably at that time he was probably about 250. Out there walking a little 5-pound dog on a leash. It was hilarious.
Like my foot is bigger than them dogs. Like
I know. Well, I used
to 15. Like I would literally it would be like walking my foot.
You know what used to scare me is I would take him out to my dad's house, mom and dad's, and my dad, when he sits down in his recliner, he don't look. He flops down in his recliner. I just knew he was going to sit on that dog one day, and that was going to be it, But somehow that dog would manage to get out of the way just in time. But Dad never looked. He just plopped down in that chair, and oh my God.
I'm a flopper too, so that's another reason. I said my luck, because I let my dog sleep with us. You know what I mean? He sits at the foot of the bed. He keeps me warm, my feet warm and all that because he's a nice eater. And I don't mind letting the animals because they protect. Like they hear something, their ears pop up if they move. Like especially him because he's bigger. I'm gonna notice it because he shakes the bed. He's a bigger dog, so if I would let like that little dog sleep next to me, man, I'd probably roll over and good night.
Do you plan on me going to tonight or no?
Yeah, that's fine. You can go to the auction.
Where's Jeff at auction?
Oh, he's out right now. But I was having a whole dinner discussion with him. But yeah, he's gonna go to the auction at 6:00. It's just right down the road. So hopefully we get some good treasures.
Well, there's an auction. The guy, was it Jeremy Watley or something like that? Or doesn't he have, he does auctions on YouTube all the time. He's located in Kentucky, I think. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know like anybody in Kentucky that's on here.
I can't think of his name. I mean,
I'm lonely in Kentucky for resellers.
I was at the Tennessee meetup, and what do you call it? Won something on there, and he drove up there to get it. Nathan from Florida. He drove up to Kentucky to pick up the item.
Really?
Let me see if I can find it.
Well, I'll have to find out. I know there's a lot of Tennessee resellers. I guess I'm going to have to join in with their meetup. I'll just make myself a Tennessee. There's a lot of Tennessean people I know.
Listen, Rob and I had such a good time with Anthony and Ashley that we put it out there. Anybody comes to Florida on vacation, you look us up. We'll do lunch.
Right, you're meeting all the peeps.
Yeah, it's Jerry Whitney.
Jerry Whitley?
Whitney.
Does he have a channel?
He has over 1,000 subscribers, but he does like live auctions all the time.
Really?
Yeah, and you can actually bid on it and mail to you. But I mean, if you're in Kentucky, I'm not sure what city he's in Kentucky, but
I'm looking here. Oh, I see him. He's got a paw print on his face.
Yeah, that's the one.
Must be a Kentucky fan, a UK fan.
Oh, a Wildcat, right?
Wildcat.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess there is Tam's place. She's in Kentucky. And, Jim and Tara Carrier in Kentucky. Jim and Tara are only about an hour away from me, but I don't know. I said something, and I don't know if they don't like me or something.
Hey, Jen, I found out that Victoria lives where I used to live. I lived for 20 years, so she's not far from me.
I know.
So, and I live not far from where she grew up, so we kind of swapped places.
I know. I heard that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It took me 20 minutes to take this one measurement because I'm talking. Oh, well.
My wife ordered pizza, so I had to eat pizza. So that delayed me from listing. And
I'm going to try the Popeyes chicken sandwich that everyone is talking about.
That's a good one.
That's right. Y'all were talking about that. Rob and I got them on the way home one night. I stopped and they said that they were out. But if I waited, this is before they were out, for the long time. If I waited 20 minutes, they'd have another batch ready. So I went inside and stood around for 20 minutes until they got done. And we actually did a video on it, but it was before we were used to both of us doing it at the same time. And so it had such a bad echo, we couldn't do it.
Was it good?
No, I did not. Well, see, you can get mild or you can get spicy. I got him a spicy. I got me a mild.
I'm a spicy girl.
And the chicken is exactly the same. The spice comes from the mayonnaise that they put on it.
Oh.
So.
Well, I don't know. We just had the Chick-fil-A one the other day, so now I'm like,
I had one Chick-fil-A 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, to me, honestly, it was much big. I mean, it was a huge piece of chicken. Don't get me wrong. It was a huge piece of chicken. But I did not enjoy it as much as I do a good old Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Chick-fil-A is pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's hard to match up against that.
Yeah.
I haven't had any, but my wife went sourcing, and she went and got some Popeyes chicken. She just got some, I think, just the normal chicken or whatever. Man, it was all breading.
Really?
She was like, yeah, and it was, by the time I got it, it was it wasn't.
Our Popeyes is pretty delish, but
yeah, literally.
I never had Chick-fil-A or Popeyes until I met Jeff. Can you believe that?
Depends on what location you go to too on the Popeyes. Who better cooks or.
It was literally 2 inches of breading thick, it was really thick,
Yeah, that's somebody who didn't know what they were doing.
You know,
Yeah,
the only thing that I crave from Popeyes is I used to like their red beans and rice.
You know
Yeah,
what
Joe.
also good too? They're onion rings, but they stopped making them. I went one the other
Did
day
they?
to get onion rings, and this was about a couple months ago. I was
Mhm.
going to get some onion rings and eat on those. And so we stopped making those. I said, "Well, that's the best thing you had." He said, "I know."
Love a good onion ring.
And they were homemade too. I mean, they did them, cut them up, they're already cut up, but
yeah,
they
you
were
don't
cut
see
right
that very often
hot
now.
and throw them in the fryer. Once they
That's
cool them,
Rob's thing. He is an onion ring person. He loves onion rings.
See, when in doubt, just talk about food. Everyone goes crazy over it.
Yeah, but you should have seen we were so good yesterday. We ate at Senor Frogs down in Orlando, and Rob and I stuck to our eating plan. Rob got a salad, and I got a salad. So I was proud of us.
What eating plan are you on?
Well, Rob's diabetic. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yep, it's no sugar. We try to do no artificial sugar. No
That's so hard. Sugars and everything.
it's very low carb. No processed food. Everything has to be natural or organic.
Well, we'll see how our diet plan goes during the after.
I know there's something else. Oh, and we try to stay away from cow dairy. We can eat other dairy, but not cow dairy.
No
So there
cheese.
you go. It's a lovely plan.
Yeah,
Not much left.
I could tell you love it.
No, we've actually been really good for like 3 months. It does wonders for his blood sugar. It evens it out. He is a really severe diabetic, and it keeps his blood sugars very even, and he doesn't have to take near as much insulin as he does.
Well, the key to that is you going on it too.
Yeah,
so if you're both doing it, because I went on a diet before with my previous boyfriend. But he wouldn't want nothing with it. Well, he was skinny as a rail, and he could eat anything he wanted and never gained a pound. Of course, he wouldn't do it. So, and there's junk everywhere. I'm going to eat it. You know what I mean? Eat it. So, yeah. But we want to eat more healthy and stuff too.
I'll tell you what, it's expensive.
Oh,
it's so much cheaper to eat junk.
I did keto for about 3 months, and I lost like 25 plus pounds. And but it's hard to maintain. It's hard to maintain that. But like you start my thing is sugar. I love sugar. Sugar's my friend. But I got to the point where I wasn't missing the sugar, but I really missed my breads. Really was missing the breads. So yeah. This turned into the diet show, Nate. You never knew. He knows if we come on, it'll be some random talk about stuff.
Listen, I was listening to Zahir, who came on at 2:00. He made a statement that he was going to lose weight. He said he was going to go on a diet, I think, but then he said, no, I don't want to go on a diet. He wants to lose weight. And that's what right. The whole show went to diet and talking about what
was it? I have to go back and watch it.
There you go. But you know what? The first of the year is coming up, and a lot of people make resolutions to get healthy, to lose weight.
I hate that word. It's so cliche.
Yeah.
I'm going to just be like, I'm going on a diet plan after Christmas.
So that's why I always take advantage of it, and I buy every kind of exercise thing I can find and diet stuff I can find because it usually sells like crazy.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm having my surgery on the 14th of January, and I'm hoping that this surgery will allow me to at least get out and get something moving. Like, I mean, it's hard. So yeah, because I used to go to the gym and stuff, and I kind of enjoyed it, actually. I'm kind of a wound up person. What you doing, guys? Us girls just took over the chat.
I'm actually sharing on Poshmark now. They got like 12 minutes left in the jeans segment.
Oh, what's your name on Poshmark?
Clothes by Swamp.
I was talking while
Clothes by
I was
Swamp.
muted.
Yeah, Clothes by Swamp.
Clothes by Swamp.
And I got like 4 items that are Levi's, so I kind of like rapid fire. So I just hold the button down and kind of click super fast.
I won't promise to share your closet because I probably won't, but I will find you. I
was talking the whole time to myself.
my God, I'm not following you, but now I am. I'm Snaptastic, in case you see me.
Okay.
Hey
Totally.
Nate, was that a good conversation you were having with yourself?
Yep, I answered all my questions.
There you go. And you know what? They were answered by an expert.
Right, guru of sorts. Yeah, I had.
Diet and being expensive. Some friends went like vegan, I know, and they used to sit up and go to the racetrack, and they would feed me like hamburgers and all that. So the next time I'm there, they say, "Hey, we're vegans now, so you got to be eating vegan food." Which, they had two vegan hamburgers, which meant we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess
Really?
it lasted about 6 months. He said she gave it up; she couldn't do it anymore.
It's hard. I mean, it's hard when you're used to eating one way. But
Yeah.
the only thing that makes it, is because it's for his health. So that that kind of puts it out there more than
Yeah,
anything
that's
else.
serious.
We don't focus on weight loss. We don't focus on anything other than health.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Eating right, I mean, okay, cut out your cokes, cut out your pastries.
Definitely.
And
Yep.
you lose weight instantly when you start just cutting those things out. Then when you start getting more serious about less sugars and no, eating that cookie. The most time I eat like sweets and all that is at church on Sunday whenever they bring all that stuff out, and that and coffee,
Of course. Well, you got to have, I don't know. We always had donuts. It was always donuts and coffee at church,
Right.
Cookies. This time of the year, everybody's doing Christmas cookies, exchanges and that kind of stuff. And
Right.
it's rough. But he found out that what really was a turning point is we have a holistic doctor that works with him.
Right.
And he found out that even the artificial sugars, because sometimes they're so close in compound to real sugar, they were making his body believe it was sugar. So his body was reacting like it was regular sugar. So that's why we cut out the artificial sugars as well. So, when you do that, that pretty much cuts out anything processed.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard that too. And that's
Of course, he does like to go.
Now, so yeah.
He does like to go by the candy outlet, the Russell Stover candy outlet, and he get his sugar-free candy. Now he does do that. That's his one vice, and I figure if that's his one vice, I'll let him do it.
Yeah. It's 19.
Yeah, I got an item listed.
Yay.
I have this model kit I never listed. I didn't think I had it. I thought it was listed, but Johnny Lightning, 2005 Ford Coupe.
I can't remember.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go to the auction.
All right, let me get
It's brand new, not built.
Yeah, it's at 6 o'clock.
food sandwich and the French fries. Some deliciousness for you.
I'm gonna pack this shirt real quick.
Does he know he's on the speaker?
I want to boost my search.
Yeah. I saw some Johnny Lightning. I guess about a month. It's been maybe 6 months ago. I had it was consecutive sets. I don't know if you ever seen him. It was from the Cartoon Network, and it's Penelope something, but they came with the movie clip, each one. So it came with or what they call the square. What the terminology is, film clip, or with 29 different clips. I had 12 of them consecutive and all that.
Is it like a cell?
Yeah, cell. Okay, yeah. Cell 1, cell 2, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I had I think from 17 to 40, 38 or something like that. It was 10 or 11 of them, and I grouped them up, and sold them for started at $100 and maybe sold them for $89. I don't remember what I sold them for, but I kind of sold it was up there,
Yeah, that's great.
About $10 a piece, versus selling at one because being that they were all consecutive, I figured
Ooh.
those get good money.
I bought that 6 months ago. I didn't list it for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's complete or not. I bought it off a guy that used to do, or he would help run state auctions, so he would get dibs on first stuff. So he had really primo stuff, and I guess his property got flooded, and So he was doing like basically like a clear out of all his stuff because he couldn't take it with him. And it was like real late in the day. It was like three o'clock in the afternoon, and like everyone must have not stopped or anything. So it was real funny because you go to a estate sale or whatever or sell, you kind of knock on the door. Basically, the door's open. You can walk in basically. So I go in, I knock because the door was open. I knock, no one's there. It looks like a house is getting remodeled because they ripped it apart because they were trying to fix it and sell it, I guess. And I'm looking around. I see all this like merchandise like all over the place. Like it was all like top notch stuff. And I'm like, no one's here, and all this stuff's laying on the floor. And I thought to myself, wonder how fast I can fill the car up. No, I was just kidding. So I'm walking around. I'm like, hello, because I'm hoping not to get shot at this point because I'm like really like intruding all over the house. I was already in, so I figured I was in deep already. So there was a RV next door, like not next door, but like in like the backyard sort of, because I guess that's where he's living at now because he couldn't live in the house anymore. And he had the air conditioning like blowing into it and everything. It was so loud that he couldn't hear that someone was here. So I knocked on that door and he goes, "Oh, no one was coming to the estate sale, so I basically thought no one was coming." I was like, "Well, I'm here," and he gave me like I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff, and he charged me like $20 for it all. And I think it's like the last piece. I just never listed it. I hope this is complete. This would be like awesome.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons stuff. That's always great.
I got all
these rips in these.
I got all the figures.
Ooh, yeah. That's gonna be good. That will go.
Has all the little pieces, I guess. I'll have to count the red pieces, but all the main pieces are there. That's the most important thing. So I know people buy the little like these silver pieces for a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, Rob's holy grail is trying to find a dark tower. You know that. That's his thing.
I'll look out for him.
That's his thing. If he could find that, I think he could die a happy man.
Yeah, this is Dungeons and Dragons Computer Labyrinth game. KB recommends Rave Alkaline batteries. It says the box is not in the greatest condition, but like you could tell whoever had this was playing the heck out of it. But
yeah,
but still, I mean, it's not in horrible condition where it's like
No, I mean it's not ripped and torn or anything. At least.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like to the point where it's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't even show this because it's not worth putting in the box to ship.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta read the back of the box to see what this is supposed to
Hello,
come
everyone in the chat. I'm not watching the chat too much because I'm working, but
Lynn says the stream froze. Oh no. Lynn, try to refresh. Sometimes that happens. Like you'll see like static in the air. Hopefully we're back. 4 die-cast metal playing pieces, 2 warriors, 1 dragon, 3 plastic markers, 2 secret rooms, 1 secret treasure, 50 wall pieces to mark walls, storage dungeon for game pieces and instructions. I don't have the instructions. That's like the one thing I'm missing. I'm gonna count these pieces, I guess.
Hey, go online. Sometimes you can find them online for free and download them. Rob's done that, and he'll disclose that they're not the original instructions, but
that's a great idea. I've done that for like DVD combos and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it just makes it more valuable to someone that maybe doesn't know exactly how to hook one up.
Yep.
And I've done that. I printed out some books with those things.
I know.
Like
I know what
20,
you mean.
30 pages, 40 pages for for them. Pat D's in the house. What's up, Pat D? I seen you in here a little bit earlier.
Pat D's.
Pat D, you flirting with Fat Man the Flipper?
That's what I was thinking. It sounds like there's a little something going on.
Let me find out, Pat. Let me find out. He says funds are a little light. You need to pay tonight. Glenn, we're about to be taken over by mostly all the women here in a second because Hip Flipper Mama's trying to connect. It says the wife's not connected. We're about to be overran here, Glenn.
Oh, there you go.
No, you'll be all right. I think you like it. It'll be fine.
Most men do, Jen. Just they don't admit it.
You like us nasty ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, we got now the ratio is going to be 50-50 now since John's back.
John's back.
What happened?
You came in just perfect timing, John, because it was starting to get a little, dicey over here.
Oh Lord.
I've been gone.
Women were going to take over.
Out there talking to customers, and
Mama.
it was about.
Kelly, she's in a store somewhere else.
But she's tougher than any of the guys here, though.
She's shopping somewhere.
Yeah, she's shopping.
Hi guys, I'm shopping.
Hey, Kelly.
She's tougher than any of us. That's the problem. She knows boxing.
Yeah, it came with my holder.
Where are you
Hi,
shopping at,
guys.
Mama?
What's up?
How you
Hey,
doing?
Mama.
You good, Kelly?
I'm in Blaine Farm and Fleet.
What are you shopping there for?
The base broke. The base broke.
Oh, and Anthony's in the chat, guys.
Hey, you guys, I'm
Hey,
going to give you
Anthony.
a special treat.
Anthony, hello.
Guys, I'm going to give you a special treat. Hip flipping daddy. Say hi.
Hip flipping daddy. What's up, man?
That's Nate. I told
I
you he
missed
was
it.
sexy. I told you he was sexy.
He's sexy and he knows
Can I
it.
see? I didn't get to see.
You didn't get to see him?
No, I was working.
Okay, say hi.
Oh,
again.
there he is. Hey, Daddy.
Woo! Hip
Hubba.
flipping daddy live.
Hubba, hubba.
I want to see him. Have him do a dance for us. I want dance off.
No, he won't do that. Hey, John, you want to do Bible study with me on Tuesday?
Yeah, if you don't have anyone to
Nope,
do it.
Anthony's in
Is in-
Disney. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you can.
No, I want to. A lot of times I just lurk in the chat because I freaking I'm just not very dependable because I have old timers disease and
That's okay.
I'm horrible.
Yeah,
But
that'd
yeah,
be great.
let me
That'd be
know.
great if you could help
Shoot me
out.
the what yeah, that would be good. Would be fantastic. What are we gonna be? What are we gonna be doing?
We're doing Acts 16
Acts
or
15.
Acts 15 or
Okay.
yeah, Acts 15. It's a short one.
That's the me too.
I was hoping for a working hangout today too, but I went to the movies with my old man.
What'd you
What'd
guys
you go
watch?
see?
We went and saw Jumanji
Oh,
That's a
in
good movie.
IMAX.
How was that?
It was pretty good. Hopefully y'all will still be going when I get home. How long are you thinking about going, Nate?
Probably the longest, probably 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm. My mom. She's having some complications from her cancer surgery. She's having a bit of fluid around her heart and lungs, so they're having surgery. So I'm going out that way.
Edema.
I'm going-
Edema's nasty.
I'm going out that way. So they're getting rid of the fluid, and then they want to run a test on it to see if it's if it's like cancer that's still there lingering and that's what caused the fluid, or what it's about. So
Well, I'm
um,
sorry, honey, that she's going through that.
yeah, it's been a rough day, especially being February or Friday 13th today randomly. I didn't even know that till my sister told me.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that.
She's like, I hate Friday 13th. So I was like, why did you tell me that? Now it's gonna be on my mind now.
And Nate, how far are you from your mom? I mean, you're in.
I don't live far from my mom.
Okay.
She went to Mercy, so it's only about 20 minutes from me.
Okay, so you live in the same town, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I had a good shipping day. I shipped out 5 today, I think.
That's good. I
you
shipped
been-
out 3, and then I had another one sell after I shipped. So
Two
it's
of
been pretty good.
mine were jewelry, but I still count them.
That jewelry counts. That's good money.
Right?
Oh, we had 12 today, and Rob had to ship a pressure cooker, and that was not a pretty sight.
Oh, was it boxed or no?
No,
Sorry, baby.
no, he had to make
There
the
you go.
box,
Sorry,
and
baby.
of course, he underestimated the weight, he underestimated the dimensions, and
Now you sound like my wife. I do that all the time. I am
I
horrible.
hate when that
Did it
happens.
cost you money?
I
My
don't
wife-
want to. I don't want to say this, but I don't underestimate. I pad a little bit if I have to, but Rob always
do too.
underestimates.
I do too because I use so much bubble wrap and everything. I'll put a couple ounces over on mine.
Yeah,
Just because I'm a super packer.
yeah, and that's how he is too. I think he doesn't realize how well he packs stuff because he's like, oh, I know I can get it to come in at 9 pounds, and it was 9 pounds 8 ounces. So it made a difference.
What I
That makes a
do
big difference.
It does.
is I figure that if I price my item a little bit higher, that covers. Like my wife, she'll get mad at me. She's like, it costs $12 to ship that item, and you only charged $8. And I'll tell her, well, we lost $4, but I paid 50 cents for that at Goodwill, and we sold it for $100.
Well,
A couple problems in
I
reselling.
know to take-
Me and Jeff
I'm
argue
known
about
to
that kind of
take
stuff.
low offers, so
Maybe
I don't do
that would-
that.
That would be a good show, couples therapy, like couple reselling therapy.
I've been wanting to do that actually. I've been wanting to
That would
help couples on.
Well,
That
y'all
would be-
know Rob doesn't talk much, so he would just tell you whatever I say. He'll agree with it.
Well, Jeff won't shut up, so interesting. Neither one of us will shut up.
All right, guys. I guess
Couples
we're headed
therapy.
home.
Okay,
All right,
well,
All right, Mama.
I'll see you probably about a half an hour.
Okay, we'll be here.
safe travels.
Bye.
Kelly.
I'll see you soon, Mama.
she's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, Rob and I have always said there should be some show that the struggle for couples when you do things together like this is much more.
I talked my wife into buying a building. You want to know how hard that was?
Probably. Well, I'm the one that taught Rob into going full time. Let me tell you how hard that was. That was 7 years ago. It took him getting laid off, and and I think for a while he thought maybe I caused him to get laid off so he could finally go, full time.
That's funny.
Sometimes I think my wife does that too. Like she'll tell me oh yeah, just call off. Who cares? Then next I'm fired, and it's like she's smiling in the inside and really trying to pretend to be mad or sad or whatever, and then it's my fault, and and then I'm home, and then she's happy, but then I'll be busy working. So
It's just your presence. That's what my wife liked about me being at home, but she hates the store. So she stays at home, and I'm here, so it's like I got a job again.
Yeah.
But I've got something out there in the Scentsy pot because I like Scentsy. Okay, guys, don't judge me.
Hey, Scentsy awesome.
I got something out there in the Scentsy pot, and it just smells like freaking Christmas here. And I got 5 trees out there, and it's just I love being here. So my problem is going home. I'll be here till 1 o'clock in the morning, and when I get home, she's asleep, and she gets a little. She doesn't say anything because she's not real vocal. So I try to leave and not be here all night because I love her and I enjoy her company. But the older I get, the more I'm just like, get off my lawn, you damn kids. You know, I'm by myself.
Oh my God, I so can relate to that.
It's just like I'm here, you know. And here's the $1 million secret. When someone walks through the door and I hear that ting ting ting, I'm like, I don't want to go out there. I don't want to go out there. That's why I try to get my wife to come in so she can sit out there and deal with the customers, and I can stay back here. But then I go out there and I end up warming up to them. And
yeah, you seem like you're a very good people person. So, I mean, you know that when you go out there, you make a connection with people and you have conversation and you end up feeling good about it and you forget about that you were doing something in the back.
But I hate, I at the same time, like I'm just so weird. Like, it's like I'm that kid that goes, I don't want to eat that. I hate that. I don't want nothing to do with that. Get it away from me. And then I take a bite of it and I'm like the episode of SpongeBob where Squidward finally tries a Krabby Patty. That's people. Like, I had never eaten one of those Krabby Patties. I don't like those people. And then I go out there and I start talking to them and I'm like, wow, these people are cool because they're coming in here because they like the same stuff I like.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then they like, oh, you do such a good job. Or most of the time they're like, your wife does such a good job decorating this place. And for a long time I was like, yeah, my wife does a really good job because I'm weird enough and I don't need you judging me. But like, I did all this. My wife, she just sends back and she just watches. I did all this.
Okay, hey, I gotta ask something. I know everybody here except you, and Nate didn't put our names at the bottom, and so now I feel really bad, but I don't know who that is.
Who, me?
Yeah.
My name's John.
Oh, why is that? I wonder why my names aren't down
Your
there.
channel.
When I signed up, it hit an X for
John
name.
the channel.
John YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, John Johnson. I have. I go by the name Nevermore Antiques.
Where's our names at? Nate.
I wonder
You
where
take
that
them
is.
off?
No, I don't know how.
That's why
I think if you
I
have
wonder why my name wasn't up there.
if you have the scrolling banner down here, it won't show our names.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, I don't want the
I think
banner.
everyone knows to go to that show.
There you go.
Now
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. That
I
comes
noticed
out.
it, but I thought it was OBS.
Okay.
Never
Yeah, I mean,
mind. I swear I've watched that channel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't never show my face too much on. I'm always showing everything else. But
Okay.
but Nate,
I actually think I'm sub to you.
oh what? I'm a different cat. Like, I do weird stuff. But I do an antique store, and it's Nevermore Antiques, so it's like based off Edgar Allan Poe. It's Poe themed, and like I have a lot of weird macabre stuff in here. But then I have your normie stuff as well. Actually, most of the macabre stuff is gone. Like, I had and weird stuff like that, and that was the first stuff that people came in and bought. I'm like, what the hell are you doing with $5 false teeth? I'm like, they ain't gonna fit.
And you live where again? Missouri?
Yeah, the state of misery.
Yeah.
Misery.
All right.
I think Rob told you that we tried to get up there to see you when we went out to see his mom, but we didn't end up being able to go over that far.
Yeah, it's a lot further than where you guys are at, but I'm thinking I would love to do. I live in Missouri, and there's a lot of pickers here. I'd love to do a meetup in St. Louis, and like a bunch of people get together and go to the bins, or I know where a lot of the really good hot spots are up there because I go up there quite a bit, and it'd be fun to. They normally do the meetups in Nashville. If St. Louis wasn't such a dangerous city, it'd be cool to do it in St. Louis. And when the next eclipse comes through, I live in the X where the two eclipses cross paths. I seen the first one from my front porch, and I'll be able to see the next one. I'm in that little diamond area where the two paths cross. And I tell you what, I'll have my farm open, and anyone can bring their RV or tent or whatever, because that's the most amazing thing. I'd love to have a bonfire with a bunch of resellers. But it's the most amazing thing I ever seen in my life. It was a spiritual experience. I can see why people 1,000 years ago looked up at the sky and was like, you know, or whatever. Like maybe 10,000 years ago they were going, Maybe 1,000 years ago they were probably pretty normy like the rest of us. But it was an amazing experience, and I tell anyone, it's definitely worth seeing. But we live about 60 miles south of St. Louis.
Yeah.
And, I go up there all the time to source, and we're going to be up there after Christmas, then hopefully buying a bunch of stuff because I need some good stuff. St. Louis has some of the best bins that I've seen.
That's what we were going to do because we were trying to hit all the bins we could. So we were trying to get to the bins in St. Louis. And then Rob's like, man, if we're going to St. Louis, we're going to go see John. And I'm like, I'm game, whatever.
No, you don't have to come to the store or anything. But if you guys make it to St. Louis, let me know.
Okay.
And we'll come up and we'll do dinner or something.
Cool.
The bins up there are amazing. The ones in Bridgeton, you could literally play indoor football, except for the roof's not nearly high enough. It's huge. And every 15 to 20 minutes, they push out a fresh line of cards.
Wow.
Got him for jealous.
There's a guy, I got a customer and I'll be right back, but there's a guy called Urban Picker. If you don't follow him, he's a little eclectic, but he's a super cool guy. And that dude has 25,000 listings, and he does about $900 a day in sales on eBay. And one of the few places he sources is the bins that are in Bridgeton. He lives in O'Fallon, or not O'Fallon, but in Maryland Heights.
Yeah, Rob's told me about him.
Yeah.
Better get to that customer before you leave.
I'll be right back.
Which Dungeons and Dragons thing does Rob want?
It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's Dark Tower. It's a game. It's an electronic game.
Oh, okay.
If you can find one that's complete, they go for about $400 and up.
Oh, wow. Well, if I find one, I'll give it to you for $2. How about that? I'm just kidding.
Sad thing is we used to have one when we were growing up and it disappeared. I know what happened. My sister used to play it more than anybody else. She had to take it. But don't think when I told Rob that, he didn't go tear my mom's closet out to make sure he couldn't find it.
I swear my sister took my N64 and my Sega. Actually, I should have asked her about it on Thanksgiving. I probably could have got it back. Because I want to play, like, you know, some of the old games. And I have the system, like my old system. Like, that was my system. And she took it.
Unfortunately, I don't get along with my two sisters. And I think they're convinced that I'm going to go through mom and dad's house and sell everything that they have. Because I have a sense of humor. So, like, I'm out at mom and dad's one time and I'm like, oh, man, I could sell that on eBay. And I'm just, like, goofing with my mom. But they literally took me seriously. So I think they're, like, marking all the mom and dad stuff to make sure I don't take it, you know. I'm like, whatever.
I'll tell you what, this Dungeon and Dragon thing that I have, I don't see it anywhere on eBay so far. I went through a couple pages.
Isn't that nice when you can't find it?
It's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Like, is it junk that no one's selling it, nobody wants it? Or is it so rare and so valuable that I'm going to make a fortune?
Oh, it's not junk.
You never know. My luck.
Put it up for $4,000.
Or best offer.
Or best offer, exactly.
Listen, if I could sell this thing for $3-4 grand, full time is really close, guys. I'll tell you what. Put it at auction right now. We'll go to town. I would be so excited. You would see me jump out of my chair and probably break my back.
Well, don't do that.
That's probably what would happen. That's how my luck is. It's like, oh, I just found a $20,000 game. It's like, I go through this wall right here. It's in my head. Excitement. Because I cannot find this exact board game. I see a million of the same one, or the same two different ones, but not this one. What year is this from? This is old. This is from 1980. That's got to be some money.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, with the pieces the way they are and everything, I would think that it would be.
I'm missing like 4 wall pieces,
Mhm.
which there's. Oh yeah, that's cheap. I just found it. Pre-owned, $12.99, 0
Darn.
bids.
Sell it by the piece.
Someone has it up at auction for $12.99.
Okay.
So.
What about the souls? What they are?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to look now. Cross my fingers, see thousands.
Because some things sell better. And I broke down a Monopoly game and sold some pieces actually to like Sweden one time.
Oh, this one sold for $49. Okay, well,
That's pretty good.
That's
we're
not bad.
not making millions, but I mean that one's complete though. It has. Well, I don't think he has all the red pieces, but he has one green piece I'm missing, and he has the book. Let me see. Yeah, this sold for $49 plus shipping a couple times. So, I mean, I should be able to get that. Why is that dragon green? Someone like colored that dragon green for whatever reason. Mine's silver.
Maybe you have the special silver dragon edition.
Yeah.
Worth millions.
4,000. Wait. No.
I'm gonna set mine higher, I think. I'm gonna set mine at like $69.99.
There you go.
I have no idea how to do these stupid things.
This one that I have sold multiple times for $49.99 plus shipping, so why not? I'm gonna throw it up for $69.99.
That's my kind of pricing.
I knew you'd like that, Lisa.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all, Rob had to find a sale or he'd have been back home by now.
He's gonna come back and say, Lisa, help me carry some stuff out the car.
No, he never does.
So
Because he never does that because I think he doesn't want me to realize how much stuff he buys sometimes.
So he has like a hidden stash.
Oh yeah, he's always, oh, don't worry about it. I'll bring it in. Okay.
Oh, Victoria's here. Hi, Victoria. Sorry, I haven't been watching the chat like at all. Sorry.
I had eBay up, so I didn't see it either.
I'm the worst.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. No, Rob didn't get lost, Reseller King. Rob's out shopping. I have no doubt. He's probably at an estate sale that's getting ready to close. Well, probably close. He should be home soon then. Usually they all close by 5.
Well, I think I'm going to pop off of here, guys. I got some listings done, got some measurements taken, but
Okay,
my
Jen,
chicken
see you later.
sandwich should be here soon, so got to do that.
All right. Well, thank
Bye.
you for coming and hanging out.
Bye.
Bye, Jen.
Bye. He said bye. All right, bye, guys. See you
ya.
later.
Or maybe I should put this at auction for $49.99. What do you think? Would that be a bad idea?
I have no faith in auctions. I've lost all faith in auctions.
I'm looking for a SKU like there's going to be a barcode. Like there's no barcode back
No
there.
Not
barcode in the box?
1980.
Nah, this is old. This is 80s, like literally 1980. This is older than me.
Oh my God.
This is one of the first times I can say it does not apply here for UPC.
And when was you? How old are you, Nate? When was you?
I'll be 35 in January.
So you were born in what?
85.
85. Okay.
Yep.
I graduated in 84.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I graduated in 86, so you know. Wow.
The one thing I like about Poshmark sending something this big, they got a flat shipping fee. If this was eBay, it cost probably about $15 to send it.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't do Posh for long, but when I did it, I did enjoy the shipping.
Especially when, like you said, shoes. And that's the one thing I like Poshmark sending shoes out. Because, like you said, they got flat, what, something, under $7 flat fee.
Mm-hmm.
I love packing shoes in general. It's just so easy just to smack them in a box, and you don't got to put anything in it, like pad it up or anything. Just throw it in there, because they're shoes. They're made to get beaten up unless there's something special. That'd be the only time I would bubble wrap them or anything. But even then, I probably wouldn't even do it unless it was like a high dollar amount, like a special edition Jordans or something.
Oh my gosh, not everybody in the chat is telling us how young they are, Glenn.
Yeah, class of 90, 96.
Reseller Queen, class of 96. I already had 2 kids, for God's sakes.
Class of 2003. I think I'm the only person in the 2000s.
Wow.
I don't think I've seen anybody.
Now, Resale King, Brandon, he's young.
He's a class of 96. So I have him beat too.
Hey, Rob's got his 40th year class reunion this year. Or no, next year, because he graduated in 1980.
We've never had a class reunion for my school or anything.
They do every year, and he's never gone. And I'm like, Rob, come on, let's go. It'd be fun. He's like, are you kidding? He said, nobody talked to me in high school. Why do I want to go back?
Yeah. Well, nobody talked to me, and I went to my 20-year reunion just to go to see people, see what changed and all that. But I think they had a 30, a couple years ago, and I didn't go to that one.
My mom went to her 50th, and she said, by that time, you're just going to see who's still alive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know back then, like you said, the 30 reunion, 2 people had passed away out of 197 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
This game sold the brand's Mattel Electronics.
Maggie, you are not old. You do not need to go to the old people's home.
Well, trust me, Kathy, you live in Mississippi? See, I'll be driving to Jackson, Mississippi.
That must be where she's from, or maybe that's where she graduated from.
Yeah, she was originally from down that way. She's in PA now.
DC says Rob used to say only 2 girls talked to him, and those were his cousins.
Well, guys, it's almost 4:30. It's shutting down time here, so I'm going to say goodbye. I might see some of y'all tonight. I'll be on the World Wide Web tonight. So, Nate, Lisa.
Yep.
Later, buddy. Yep. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Okay, man.
Talk to you later, Glenn.
Goodbye.
Later.
Yeah, I'm thinking Robin and I are supposed to go on at 7. He's going to get upset with me because he'll say I've already said everything I need to say. He's going to have to talk tonight.
He'll be blaming me. Like, see, Nate.
No, trust me. It's a joke. It's always a joke. His family, he found out his family's been watching his videos. And because he's got a big extended family, cousins and stuff. So he's talking to his mom yesterday, and she's like, oh, yeah, they're watching the videos. And this is what they always say. Rob doesn't talk very much, but boy, Lisa does talk a lot. And what was funny is they said to his mom, do I take that after her? Which I think that's funny. That says a lot right there. That's why Rob is a man of little words. If his mom talked a lot, he knows that's the reason why he gravitated towards a wife that talks like that. Yeah, but I told Anthony he's got to get Ashley on the show more often. I enjoyed y'all's wife show.
Yeah, I was upset my wife couldn't take part, but she didn't tell me about the appointment till 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So it was already thumbnailed and everything else. And
That's all right.
well, I'll bring her on for a late night live or something one day on my channel or something. Because when the kids are asleep, it'll be nice and peaceful. Because we can't have them running around by themselves. My Christmas tree would be on fire, and God knows what else.
That's what I'm thinking. Kids running in the background, dogs running from the kids. Mayhem.
Oh yeah, just like we watched the mayhem videos on whose channel was that? We're on. I think it was on Jenny's channel where I was showing somebody one of the mayhem commercials or whatever, and she's like, I don't watch TV. I don't know what that is. We watched a few of them, and I was cracking up because there was a couple I hadn't seen.
Oh, that's the guy that does the insurance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are hilarious. The ones like where he's a Christmas tree and he falls off the top, and I mean, or he breaks in somebody's car. They're always going on. They're hilarious.
Yeah, the football one, the one with the football dudes at the football game, and like he's just robbing he like broke his car, stole his car, and hit his motorcycle, and then the one that's probably my favorite is the one where he's a dog, and then he goes, your friends brought me a treat, and he's like eating on his big like bone with meat on it, like it's like a ham bone or something. And he just,
I think I watch. Well, we don't watch a lot. Well, we don't have cable, so when we watch TV, of course, it's got commercials. So I see all those. So, hey, did you go buy any sales?
No.
Really?
What's up, Rob?
Hey, come over here.
I can't make it over.
You can make it over here.
Oh my
You can do it.
Did you lose a package? Look at this. He forgot a package.
Wrong.
Man, somebody's not going to get their package on time. There he is.
What's up, buddy?
Nice beard.
Thank you. You're growing one yourself.
He won't let it grow. I want him to grow a big long beard, and he won't do it.
My wife said that
Gone
one day, gone tomorrow.
Gone tomorrow. Here today, gone tomorrow.
My wife went to straighten out my beard because it'd be like so much longer because it's kind of a nappy beard, so it's even longer, really. I could braid this up somehow, like into
That's
like
what I was
dreadlocks,
thinking.
really.
You could get some of those little beads that the kids put in their hair and stuff. You could make you some nice little braids.
I have beard ornaments, which we'll have on the show possibly tomorrow.
I was wondering if those had come in yet.
They are in. I just didn't want to bust them out too early. Actually, I might save them for Monday, maybe. Oh yeah, tomorrow there is no show. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, Monday.
No, you
Monday.
get a day off tomorrow.
Monday will be an extra treat. You'll have me with the beard lights, and then we'll also have uniquely me on the show with Tommy.
Wonderful.
It'll be action packed for sure.
Oh, for sure. That's for sure. Never a dull moment. That's for sure.
I gotta get some. I gotta find a guest to be on my show. What about you guys? You guys want to come on the show?
Yeah, I told Anthony that we were going to do it while he was gone. I said, look, I know you've been wanting us to come on, and it's just usually that we're doing shipping, so if we just haven't planned to do it, And I said, no, I'll go on while Nate's there, but please, it's not anything against you. I don't even think that I was, waiting for him to leave to come on the show. So yeah, we can come on.
All right, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday's fine.
Bombastic, very fantastic.
Hey, Rob, is that good with you? Go on the show Wednesday. Go on Nate's show on Wednesday. He said, okay. So we're good.
I was thinking of people to bring on the show, and I was like, you guys were always on the list for me. Like I always enjoy being in your lives and stuff. You guys are always so funny. So
well, you know what? We try. The funny thing is life is funny. That's for me what I try to keep in perspective. You can't take everything so seriously, because if you do, you're going to worry yourself into an early grave.
Mama said he won't leave. Someone come get me. Mama, I thought you was going home. Remix.
And look, see, John, it's a good thing John went out there with his customer. He might be making a sale. He's been gone for a while.
He has the gift of gabs, which is
Yeah.
always good for sales. So I'm sure the one thing about, and this is what I learned when I was working at Staples, if you spend time with a customer and the customer feels comfortable, he might not buy off you today, but he'll definitely come back and
Sure.
spend that
They
money with
remember
you.
you.
Oh yeah, they did, because a
Mhm.
lot of times I would talk to somebody and they'd be like, today I can't buy, but I'll come in when on payday and I'll buy a computer or whatever, and they would make sure to give me the credit for it, even though a lot of time at that job we didn't have like commissions. They did it like sporadically for us.
Mhm.
But we're a very competitive group on sales and for Staples they push protection plans and the services and all that stuff, because that's how they make that's how they make money on the products. They discount the computers basically down to bare bone profits, and then all the other stuff is the money makers, like the accessories and the
Sure.
warranties and all that stuff. So they always want to make sure that we're at a certain level or try to be at a certain level, which when I was there, I was only working part-time. I was working for my dad 40 hours a week, and then I was also working there part-time. So it was basically like what I'm doing now, but this is a lot easier on my body because I'm allowed to sit at a chair for a lot more than being on the sales floor running around after customers and
Yeah.
and wearing dress pants. That's not very comfortable for me. So
The only job I ever worked where I got paid on commissions was I worked at a jewelry store. Not too long after I got out of high school, and it was such an easy job because I was much different. I looked much different back then, and I used all my assets that I had. And men are so easy to sell jewelry to. And come Christmas time, you're selling one to their girlfriend and one to their wife. And if you can keep up with who's who, man, they'll come back to buy from you. So
right.
I had no problem making sales. That was a great gig, selling jewelry.
That's funny. Their girlfriend and their wife.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that happened a few times.
Oh, quite a few times. And what was always funny too, because we did in-house financing, is when the wife found the other account that she knew that wasn't her jewelry on, and she wanted to know what in the world was he making a payment to the jewelry store for.
Right. Like, what is this? Like
Boy, we had some great conversations with wives.
She probably thought it was a surprise, and then after like a month or two not get anything, she's like, wait a second.
Unfortunately, most of them knew right away what it was.
Yeah.
You can't put much past a wife. Oh, gosh. Well, I guess I don't want to leave you, Nate, but I guess I better go because he wants me to hurry up and come in there and eat so we can get ready and go back on tonight.
All right.
Are you coming in here? Are we going to eat? We're going to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks for having me on, Nate. Enjoyed it.
No problem. I'll see you Wednesday or probably
All
before
right.
then, because I'm
Sure
sure
will.
I'll
Talk
see
to you
guys.
later. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Remember, guys, 7:30 for their live hangout. Funny couple. Lisa is hilarious. So if you guys want to check that out today, because I'll probably be ending this shortly. Yeah, the longest I was going to do was till 7, but yeah, I'll throw a link in here, Steven. 1 second. Yeah, we're probably gonna end this at 6.
Hey,
What's up, buddy?
all right. Yeah, let me turn on my YouTube. There we go. What are you up to today?
I just listened to a few things. I'm gonna be going and there's a thing called Overly's Christmas that they have. It's pretty cool for the kids. It's almost like a you know you know during Christmas time all the lights and stuff that you have in your neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Well, they do a light up like display basically, and then they have like a little like they almost make it look like the North Pole, I guess you could say. Like they have little shops and they're like little things like that for Santa Claus and stuff like that. So we're gonna take the kids up that way here
Sounds
shortly.
cool. I noticed our town just didn't decorate, or even the retail stores don't decorate much.
What's up, Victoria?
Not much. How are you guys?
I'm doing okay. Did a little listing.
Just went out and got my mail. I could have swore I saw somebody stealing our mail this morning, or not this
Really?
morning, but this afternoon.
Yeah, that's why I had to go to the mailbox, and I wait till almost in the night, they come. I don't know what it was. Seems like I ain't been getting no mail lately.
Yeah, I saw him go to. Well, I didn't see him go to ours, but I saw him go to a neighbor's. Maybe they were just putting something in there for the neighbor. I don't know.
Well, I check online most of the time. I check online and see what we got while I go to the mailbox.
Yeah, I do too, and they sent it to me via email, so I
Yep.
knew we were getting a lot of bills today. And I told my
So
husband,
you
I'm like,
can just leave them in the mailbox, right?
they didn't get much if they got our mail. Maybe they'll pay them, but they didn't. Darn.
Most of the time, all we do is get junk mail.
Yeah.
That's all I get too, that and bills. So I don't even like really, unless I'm getting something in the mail, which I get notifications through USPS and what's the other one? UPS with my Amazon stuff. They'll send me notifications when anytime my address gets scanned in,
Yeah.
and then this way I know what's coming, when it's coming, what is it. I go say where it's coming from, like Amazon or whoever. So this way I don't have any. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because I have to call Amazon because they didn't send me back an item I was supposed to get back. So
Oh.
they're gonna have to pay for that.
I'll be right back. I need to go get some coffee.
Okay.
Sound like you're going to have some packing material. Big old box with one air puller in it.
Yeah. I don't mind getting returns. It's not as bad as getting an Amazon return because I'll only pay 50 cents for it to come back, and I get a box and I get some shipping pillows, which that stuff costs money, and like I talked about this one of the other hangouts. I wouldn't mind buying one of those bubble machines, so I like
Make
using
your own
them.
air puller.
I can make that, or I can make the I can make like the really good bubble wrap. So this way, I don't have to buy that either.
But I want to have cost effective it is, really. I mean,
I haven't had time to really sit down and do the math and everything.
because when they make that stuff, they make it in so big a quantity that they can get the cost down. But if you just going to make it like 200 feet or 300, it might not be that cost effective.
Well, I've seen the rolls that they have. I mean, they're it's just a real thin plastic.
Yep.
Those rolls are really thick, so I would have to guess that it'd be a whole lot about like pillows or the wrap and stuff. Like the wrap might be a little thicker because there's more plastic involved, but those pillows, those are really thin. So those would probably go for miles. Just one roll. So you buy a box of 4 rolls, it's like $180. Plus you buy the machine, it's like $200. You got $400 tied up. Over my lifetime of reselling, it would be it'd be well worth it. Not only that, like there's people in my area, like Pittsburgh, I guarantee would like some of that stuff. It'd be that it'd be cheaper for him and better bubble wrap.
Yep.
And then I don't have to ship it. I'll just go drop it off right to him or whatever. You know what I mean? So
And just charge them a drop off fee, man.
You think you've spent that much in bubble wrap though?
I mean, you know, with Amazon packages, I mean, every package that I get, you know, I'm basically padding the top of it
Yeah, that's true.
because you don't want none of that to move. And then I'm also using individual pillows depending on what you know I have in there to make sure it's all tight. Hey, there you go. Wrong team, but you got at least the right state.
That's as good as it gets, man. What you talking about, man? You dissing my hat, yo?
What you talking about, Willis?
That's Phillies, man. You got a problem with the Phillies?
I mean, it's on the Pat D side of PA, but
my man, you like the Eagles? You ever heard of them?
I heard of them. They won a championship one of them years.
One of them years. I got that. I gotta get it because I got the big head. But I got that vintage Philadelphia Eagles hat going on.
As my mom or as my dad says, I have a what is that? What did he used to say? He says I have a bucket head like a cowboy hat, like I can fit a hole.
I have an egg head. My head looks like an egg.
What size fitted hat would fit you, John?
Look at that. That didn't work out too well for me.
Oh no.
That's eight
Well,
and a half.
That was Hill Street Blues.
That was really vintage.
I got the best hat though.
That's
here.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I
Where's
like
the
that.
little thing? There it is. Can you guys see it? It lights up.
That is awesome.
There it goes.
Yeah, these walked in the other day, and I thought about you guys from Pennsylvania up that ways. And then I got this sugar bowl. War Eagles. Who in the world is the War Eagles?
I don't know. I've never heard of them.
Did you make a sale, John?
No, my buddy made an $8 sale.
April Nini.
No,
I have food for her. Don't put nothing on her.
That's a big hat, man.
Have you guys been using that Vindu, that new cross posting that's in beta?
I have not. I've heard good things about it.
Jenny told me about it. Oh my gosh. I can't wait till they tell us how much it's going to cost. I hope it's not expensive. I love it so far.
I mean, it's probably going to be pretty.
$29.95 a month or something like 30 something a month.
I don't think it'll be that high. You think it's going to be that high?
Well, how much are some of the other cross posting things? Aren't they expensive?
I think they're like $10 or $15 a month.
Oh, well, that's not bad. I can afford that.
I don't think they're that. I would be really shocked if it was like $30 a month. I don't.
That cross posting thing is like $30 a month to get the good plan.
I was afraid it was going to be hundreds of dollars a month, and I wasn't going to be able to do that.
Well, I don't know if I don't know the stuff I sell would really. Where am I going to cross post it to? Maybe Macari.
The only thing that would go good with your merchandise, John, is Macari, maybe.
Yeah.
And I really don't even know what kind of clientele Macari actually want. You know what I mean? I don't know what kind of things that sell good over there.
I've sold a couple things on Macari, but Macari is my black market site. It's where I post stuff on the black market.
I know you can't put a knife over there. I got mine taken down.
I posted a set of hearing aids over there, and I've sold CPAP machine masks. You just got to be careful and not put CPAP. Like you gotta word it like not like CPAP.
Yeah.
No, like if it's I don't sell CPAP machines over there. There is a website though that if you Google it, if you find CPAP machines, if they're a certain brand, they'll buy them from you. You send them to you, and it's kind of like what's that? If you send them CDs, they'll give you money. It's kind of like that.
I've heard of that.
But it's based on CPAP machines. You give them a model, and they're like, "Oh, we'll give you $100 for that." You send it to them, and they check it over, and they'll send you a check for $100.
Nice. But you have to send it to them first.
Blood strips they used to have out people.
What you gonna say, Victoria?
Oh, I just said you have to send it to them first, and I'm always leery about that.
Yeah, they're pretty legit. I'm not too worried about it because here's the deal. I mean, you ain't really gonna sell it anywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I mean, you're gonna be out the shipping. Let's all look at what's behind Nate over there and see if we can get any ideas. Nate needs to get him a green screen.
I hate having stuff not packed. Like I said, I think it helps my thing in the algorithm, the YouTube searches. If I pack stuff, so I'm packing this. It's all.
You mean you pack it to ship?
Yep. Like once something sells, like I just hurry up and pack it like as quickly as possible.
Me too. I do too.
That I can transfer the money right away from PayPal, so I have it to my account, so I know it's mine. Like I don't have to pay shipping or anything.
I don't pack them to ship, but these little tiny 7x7x6 priority mailboxes. If I already had one end of them, like have a stack of them already made, my shipping would go so much easier because half the time is making the box.
Yeah.
I don't use priority mail stuff anymore. I got to the point I just make my own boxes. I'll have a regular box because priority stuff just don't even fit in there no more. Seems like the boxes are getting smaller.
Yeah.
Do you see what I see?
Wow. Mac, you said you sold one. Does that mean a CPAP machine? You bought it for $10 and sold it for $250? Dang.
Yeah, they'll sell if you can list them on eBay, but they will
hunt you
Oh
down.
yeah.
I think you can sell the pieces, not the whole unit, right?
On eBay legally? Maybe. I don't know.
You can sell them on Facebook, I believe, if you find the local buy sell trade page. But I think the marketplace kicks them off too.
I had a Michael Kors shirt that Facebook Marketplace. I guess they thought it was like not, legit or whatever, but it was.
It was not
and they kept trying to block it. I'm like, why are you not letting this go through? It's just a knitted sweatshirt. Like it's not like it's like a brand new watch where it's like multiple hundreds of dollars. Like I just want freaking $20 for this hoodie. Like, come on, guys. Like,
Did you ever get it listed?
not on Facebook.
Listed on Poshmark and Mercari.
Yeah, I have it on. Where do I have that on? I don't know if I have that for sale still or not. But if I do, I'm gonna put it on Mercari. Mercari recently, what's it called? They deactivated my listing because I guess I didn't log back in there recently.
Oh my gosh. They'll do that if you don't log in every day?
I didn't log in for like 2 weeks because I listed like 3 items and I just never went back and logged in again. But I know nothing. I know nothing sold or anything because I didn't get no notifications.
You need to work on the notifications. On calling, I have notifications because half the time you don't know someone looking at something or what.
Yeah, so I was like, whatever.
It takes a minute for them to deactivate your stuff. They're not going to be like, oh, after 3 days we're deactivating all your.
Yeah, it was right around the time the eBay stuff was going down, or with some of the glitch stuff. But it was like towards the end is when I started transferring it over. So it might have been like a month or so. It wasn't much more than that, I don't think.
You can go back in and reactivate all of them, though. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it just kind of it gave me the quick boot for a little bit.
Surprised you. I would think, I mean, you could have been on vacation for that long. I just can't believe that they do that.
Yeah, if I'd have made the sale or someone say like made an offer or something like that, and I just never responded, then I could see what their thinking was. Like, oh, this is just a rogue random account that's just not active, and it's we're probably going to have a bad situation on this end with our customer. But I never got anything like that, so I was really really weird to see that happened. Yeah, I just got an email saying it. Like, okay.
Is them real beats you have on, Nate, or the knockoffs?
What's that?
Your headphones. Is them beats?
Yeah, these are beats. Yep.
How can you tell from the fake ones to the real ones?
The sound quality and I mean that's the first way I could tell. I could tell beats from a fake pair just by listening to some rap music. I listen to the bass and the just the overall quality of it.
I wasn't sure because they have a whole lot of big, headphones and look like some beats in with them, but they from like a Amazon or something return. I don't know. There was something wrong with them, or are they what counterfeit and they send them back to the company? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they do make some. Wow, is this under a pound? They do make some really good. This is under a pound. Why am I sending that priority? They do make some heck of a good fakes nowadays. I'll tell you that. But usually you have to look at what if it comes with anything. Like a case or anything like that. That would be a good indication if it's fake or not. Like I think Anthony had a pair that was fake, but
Oh, Anthony.
he bought them at a garage sale or something, and I told him to watch out because those are very fairly highly.
Well, that only
hard.
reason why I never put a bid in it from them, but I didn't want to fool with them if they was.
But
you can typically tell by the quality, but you have to be familiar with the original so you know what a fake looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you've never listened to beats, it's kind of hard to be fooled or bamboozled because you just don't know. But just picture like the most amazing sounds touching your ear and hearing like basically every different nook and cranny of the song, like from the bass to the
So I sound
to the highs
sexy
and
through your
lows.
headphones, right?
There are
Yeah, I mean,
there are people in forums right now that would tell you don't know nothing because there's headphones out there. I have a buddy that has a YouTube channel, and they laugh. They spend $2,000 on headphones, and like, you ain't never heard music till you listen to. He has a whole YouTube channel. He just did 1,000 subs and got his 4,000 watch minutes, and all he does is headphone reviews on YouTube.
Really?
And they absolutely hate Beats. They're like, they're crap. And I'm like, I don't know. I think for what their price point is, yeah, I'm sure that if you compare my wife's Mustang to a Lamborghini, of course, it's different. But that's what I tried telling them. I was like, not everybody's going to go out and spend $15,000 on headphones and an amp and a power cleaner to where it cleans the signal coming in. So that
right.
I don't even have hearing that's that good.
Right, exactly. Like, I mean, for the average American or whoever that would be listening to them,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you want good, really good quality stuff, better than you're used to, because I mean, let's face it, a lot of the headphones and stuff we've always used as kids and stuff, unless we're using those old-fashioned ones that plugged in with the real big plug, like the
Yeah, I know what
you,
you're saying.
you know what I mean? Like the older ones, like my gram had, like those were the closest things that we had to anything like Beats headphones, like all the Walkmans and everything else that we've been using. I mean, they were pretty crappy if you really think about it, quality wise.
Yeah, I got a pair of them up on top shelf here on a big old set.
Hey, you guys, Mac, Reseller King asked, where would the best place to post a Louis Vuitton purse? I'm thinking Poshmark, but what do you guys think?
If you live,
Probably Posh, I'd probably say.
if
I
you
think-
live in a metropolitan area, that would be a good time to post it local. I'm getting deep into this local stuff. Like, I post a lot of stuff local anymore, but I have a store where people can come pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, my local scene's terrible, man. Like, the stuff that people sell is always super high, and they don't even want to bargain. And
Yeah, that way ours is around here.
and if you have something for sale, people are trying to beat you down every 2 seconds for every penny you possibly can make off of it.
Everything I look on our Facebook marketplace around here is like, more than eBay prices, basically, sometimes.
I don't sell locally. I don't want to meet anybody. I've heard too many bad things like crimes, crimes.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about our locally, I would sell it, but it just they show up. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Well, that's the best part about having a store. I tell them, like, I sold a nativity set for $5. Had 20 people message me, and they go, "Will you hold it for me?" Nope, but it's on the sales floor. You can come pick it up.
I had one guy selling a hitch for a car, a Reese hitch and stuff. And I said, did you look at the address? It's 95 miles away. Why would you want to drive down there for a $50 hitch? Can you take it to my house? Bring it up this close to me? And said, no.
Sorry about that. I was testing a Wii out. It's a me. It's a Luigi.
I just made some money on shipping somehow. I don't know how I had that weight so crazy, but
Hey, when you make money, it doesn't matter. It's yay.
yeah, right. I had it on like a little over a pound somehow. I don't know how I was figuring that, but it was 12 ounces. So
Usually
mine's
the other way around, and I lose money.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of like Lisa with the shipping. Like, I'll weigh the item, and then I'll basically say, okay, if it belongs in a box, and I throw 6 ounces on it. You know what I mean? Because if it's really tight, I'll just use air pillows because those are so light.
Yeah.
So kind of like a shipping hack for me. If I am close. But if not, then I'll use bubble wrap or just regular, like the craft paper or whatever.
Yeah, I like using that craft paper, like from Lowe's or Home Depot and stuff in the paint department. That real heavy duty.
So the other thing about that stuff is it's really heavy. You know what I mean? Like if you're selling something that's close to that pound or whatever, and it pushes it over, then that's why I keep 3 different kinds. I go and I use it for different stuff too. Like with Amazon, I'll use it for I'll use two different ones on shipment sometimes. So
I have just wrapped the box and just send it out if it what I mean, like cover up the pictures and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just make it like a package.
Right.
So they have like styrofoam and everything in it. I don't see why I put it in another box when you don't have to.
I got to show you guys what I got for one of the presents I got for my son. So it's a muscle shirt. Look at it.
Hold on. I flexed and the sleeve fell off. That's awesome.
I can't wait till he sees it. He's in the military, so he does all kinds. They have to every couple of weeks they have, or every couple times a week they have to go into PT. I don't know how many times a week, but I thought, oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Well, I didn't even know you that old have son that age.
What?
How old are you, Valerie or Victoria?
You never ask woman's age now, guys.
That's right.
I'm saying that 'cause she doesn't look like she's old enough to have a kid in the military.
I'm 48.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that. I'd have guessed way lower.
Well, thank you. It's the lighting, you know, it doesn't show all the wrinkles.
You must have used very good
Facial cream.
yeah. I was gonna try and promote lion tamer in a way, but there was no way for me to do that, so I was lost for a second.
I think it's just genetics.
I know people get me, and sometimes they think I'm in my early 30s or so.
You? Nah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say early 30s for you. I'd say 38.
Yeah, I'm 41, but you know,
That's close enough.
if I
Man.
shave and stuff, I really look younger. You know.
He's an old man.
Craig wants to know how did you get his shirt,
I just
Victoria?
saw that. That's funny. I got
Okay.
it off of was it? Yeah, I got it off of Amazon, Craig. I saw it and I thought, okay, it's one of those when you find a gift and you think, oh my gosh, that is perfect for the person I'm purchasing it for.
You know what's a good gift for Christmas? Some Every Day I'm Hustling merch.
There you go.
I got my t-shirts, my mugs. I got some sweatshirts.
I need to go in and check those out.
There.
I figured to throw it out there just to have a laugh with it.
Who you have it made by? Oh, okay. You have it made by Tommy, right?
No, I'm not going through Tommy for the for my merch. With me having to ship him stuff,
And that way
the shipping back and forth would be just too much, and I don't want stuff to be super expensive for you guys. So
for him to actually start doing it, he needs to buy like certain different sizes of T-shirts and stuff like that to have on hand, to actually print them on.
yeah, I mean he has some, but you know what I mean. Like for me to get the get the best price or whatever, it would have to be like one of those situations where I'm shipping him a bunch of stuff. So I'll find certain deals around here that are just amazing for shirts. Like I bought a bunch of just for my personal use for work. I bought a bunch of 4X Hanes shirts, $4 a piece. So I bought like 7 or 8 of them just for myself for work because I'm cheap and I was just rocking some holy moly shirts because I wear hoodies all day. So I got an upgrade. John, you flashing that cold cash?
Just all dollar bills. He ready for the strip club.
It'd be nice if all these were hundreds.
Wouldn't that be right?
Some blue hundos.
Yeah.
You should wrap 100 around it, John, when you do that.
Yeah, right. I ain't looking to impress nobody with my stack of ones.
Flipping crazy in the house. She does auctions on T's channel, Auctions for You. So if anyone loves auctions like I do, check her out. She has some cool stuff. I was watching the auction the other night. She had the other night she had some she had some Harley Davidson jacket that was really nice. She had some Beetle stuff, some kind of stuff that you normally don't see. So check them out. Show them
You
some
might have
love.
to take a trip to Anthony's house, according how many sales he has, help him pack up.
Yeah, I told him because he's going to be back like right. If he's lucky, he'll have some. The post office will be a little later, but if that's not the case, I would volunteer to go help him just
He'll
because
probably be sore time we get back. all the running Ashley make him do. He'd be ready for a vacation, for the vacation.
Reseller King, I'm gonna steal that merch idea. I'm adding that to my store right now. I'm trying to lock in a deal with somebody so I can get a bunch of logos and stuff made and give them a royalty on every time one sells that I don't buy the logo outright. So
That's a great
if
idea.
anybody knows anybody, unless this person tells me yes, then I already have somebody. But I'm
The
looking
only
for
thing
somebody.
about that, Nate, is once you get big, you may be paying them a lot of money for that.
Well, the way I'm looking at it is not that I think I'm gonna get big, but if it like I'm gonna do not just my merch, but I want to do like other different types of things, like holiday stuff, or
That'd be cool.
like just a array of different stuff, like my logo in pink. So like say you won my shirt,
Breast
you know,
cancer awareness, yeah.
breast cancer aware, like yeah, exactly, stuff like that, or like if a woman wanted my shirt, like a blue logo might not be as appealing, so I'd go with a pink version of it of my logo, so it's every day I'm hustling. It's like the woman's shirt like that. So I want to do stuff like that, and then I'll give him like a flat royalty on each one that sells. So if it's just for example, say it's $1 shirt or whatever the case is, he'd make $1 free and clear every time one sells, or $2 or whatever it is. So
You're talking about just on the logo, right?
right. So, but see, like like for my logo, for example, like I purchased it outright from somebody,
Right.
and I'm able to do whatever I want with it because I bought it. But if he would, if he would agree to that type of terms with me, I wouldn't mind. Because the deal I'd have in place would be, it would be in mind of going big scale with it, because it would be a more broad of a thing on Etsy and eBay and possibly even Amazon.
Right.
So I'd really be pushing the markets for it.
Do something like this. If the person, you could write up a contract to be like, be like, I will pay you no more in excess of no more than $500 total for the payout.
That's
Have something drawn up to where it's like, I will pay you whatever the percent that you're going to pay him for the use, and that percent will not excess in total of more than 500. It will not total more than $500 total payout for that logo design. And if he's going to charge, say if he charges $80 to do a logo design, which is probably about what it would cost to get someone to do it, and you get a really good logo that sells really good. If he makes $500 off of it, and you're doing all the work, and he makes $500 off of that over a 6-month period, I don't know. It's always good to have, like she's saying, because if you would say something would happen, and tomorrow, you know how weird YouTube is. You put out a video, and you're setting it 400,000 subs this time next year, and you're selling merch like a madman, and now this guy gets 5% of everything you're doing, and you're doing $80,000 a year in merch with his logos on there. That's a lot of money to give away. Just a thought.
I like that idea. Are you thinking about, Nate, are you thinking about completely redoing your logo?
No, I mean it would be more of a well, I was thinking about possibly like changing my name, doing the new logo, everything like that for my YouTube, but the idea with my line, or with everything I wanted to have set up, would be to go for my line, like my name, and for the masses of different holidays or birthdays, or just do a bunch of different stuff with just custom shirts and stuff like that. So, yeah. But yeah, like I see what you guys are saying, but like whoever is going to be doing, the stuff for me or whatever, I don't mind if they make good money or decent money, because a lot of the in work for me is really really easy to set up, and how I have it set up, especially how I have it set up now, where it works simultaneously basically for the most part, where I really don't have to do much other than transfer some money into my account from PayPal just to make sure, say I didn't have enough money to cover it or whatever, which they do. They take the orders at one period of the morning and then one period at night. So I just have to make sure to transfer. Like if it would be on a higher scale where I'd have to really worry about, how much is coming out of my account.
I was going to tell you too, you should put your merch link in all your videos, even your lives.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to get more. Like I don't even think I have a description for this right now. I usually do it for like morning shows and everything, but because of having so much go out today, and then I was running around with the kids before the show started, I wasn't able to really sit down and do all the due diligence that I usually get to do. So, yeah, but you're right. I definitely need to throw my eBay store and stuff like that, because that's where my merch is, and then I have it on my regular Facebook page. Every day I'm hustling on Facebook page.
Just
You buy it
create
on there. You save
create
10%.
a Word file like I do. I have like Microsoft Word, and I have like if you like the channel, support it by purchasing for my eBay channel down below, or for my Facebook or eBay store down below, and then it has a link to my Show Me Pickers channel, my Nevermore Antiques channel, and then my social media stuff. I don't do merch that much. People have wanted me to, but I don't think that I don't know.
Don't have an interest in it.
I just don't have, yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
I say we have like 4,000 subs, but I just don't know if I hit like 10,000 or something one day, then maybe. But
merch would be fun though for you. I mean, you could wear it and stuff.
Oh,
I do. Put it in the shop, John.
I've made my own. Yeah, I have stickers that I sell. I have on my Show Me Pickers page. I have stickers on there, and I have pins and stuff that you can buy in the store and stuff like that. But
you had said something about you have yours in a Word file, so you can just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Am I back?
You're back. Okay. Yeah, you're here.
I have everything just like you. I've got my invoices in a Word file. I've got my saying for whatever, like the shows that me and Jenny do, that's in a Word file. You know what? I tried to download something the other day and it messed up every single one of my Word files. They won't open.
Oh no.
I tried to open them up. Yeah, I tried to open them up in a note what is that? Notepad, and they were just like gibberish. I don't know what to do. I guess, and I have a virus protector on my computer. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, I would guess either you got some spyware or a virus possibly on there, because sometimes they bust through, depending on how you get infected and stuff like that too. Like
this is a reputable download. Jenny had downloaded it. I just couldn't. I downloaded it and it wouldn't open for me. So I don't know. It might be something to do with the computer, how it got through the virus. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's as easy as getting a little bit of spyware, and then next stuff starts sliding through.
Download Adaware, Adaware, and Spybot Search and Destroy, and run those on your computer, and see if they're free. They're freeware for the basic scan, and if there's anything there, it'll let you know.
Is it adware or ADA?
Adaware. If you search for Adaware, because it's looking for stuff that affects your computer that causes pop-ups all the time. So it's called Adaware, like you're aware that it's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and put that on there, and then
I really don't have no trouble. I use a McAfee.
Oh, I hate McAfee, man.
Why, that slows the computer down, or?
I'm not a fan of McAfee at all. I've never been.
We have Norton, I think, but I don't know. My husband takes care of that, so I'm not sure if it's up to date or not. I mean, it must not be if it let that in.
Norton is just bloatware, man. It just slowed my computer down. So my number one thing is I just stay away from sites that cause that problem.
Yep.
And a lot of that comes in, and I'm not saying this is you at all, but a lot of that comes in from adult entertainment sites.
That wasn't me.
So Victoria, stay away from hottieswiththecuteBodies.com.
Cutieswithabooty.com.
Cuties with the booties. You can't be lonely at ebayersonly.com.
I just never had no trouble with my computer. That said why I use that.
So you watch your late night activity on your phone, huh, Steven? Ah.
No, here's some of the early merch that I had. These Nevermore Antique stickers.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, these are the only ones that I have left. These are my big dogs, and I brought them from the house because these are the big, like 5 or 6 inch stickers, and these are the ones that I get now. See the difference in size?
Oh yeah. You know what, though? I actually think I like the smaller one better. It's like consolidated. Yeah. It's
Sticker Mule. If you're not subscribed to Nate, listen.
Without you.
Sticker Mule. Go sign up for them, and they will send you stuff. I ordered 50 of these for $20 ship, and you could do a Nate like every day I'm hustling, like something like that, and like you can sell them. I sell them. I have a separate eBay account, and I sell that stuff through, and I just put it in an envelope and out the door. And if somebody has a problem, they don't get it, I'll send them another one. Or if I ain't got any more, then I'll just refund their couple bucks. But I stamp that stuff up, and that's how I ship it out. But they had some round ones. Sometimes they'll do the die cut ones. Sometimes they'll do the round ones. Sometimes they do buttons.
So you don't get a chance to. They send you whatever they have.
No, they're expensive. Sometimes I think everyone else already knows the information that's in my head, and I don't give the information out that should be given out. But what I'm trying to say is that they'll do specials to try to get you to order something like today or this week we're going to do 50 round 3-inch stickers for $19 plus shipping. And so you get the stickers and you order them, and they're really super great quality. Some of the best quality that I've ever ordered. And you get them for because normally those would cost you like $60.
Mm.
But that'll tell you how much profit's in them because they're not shipping you them 19 stickers at a loss. So they're literally making $40 on your stickers whenever you normally.
That's amazing. Yeah, everybody like Walmart, they cannot sell stuff for 90% off in their clearance if they're not making 1,000% profit.
Oh, they take a loss to do.
I threw a link in the chat. If anyone wants to check it out for Sticker Mule.
Sometimes I will say that sometimes Walmart, because I work there, and a lot of their merchandise they're running 20 to 50% profit margins unless you go to their eye doctor. I went over there one day and was scanning with what they called the Telezon, and I was looking at the profit margins on that stuff, and it was 300% and 400%. But what Walmart does is they have a deal with their vendors a lot of times that they will clearance that merchandise out and get rid of it, and they eat a certain amount of that. So if it's an item that doesn't sell really well, Walmart has all kinds of. They're not losing money. Trust me.
No,
they'll sell 10,000 units, and they have in a store they'll sell 10,000 units or 1,000 units, and they might have to clearance 3 or 5. So
they have a lot of lost leaders too.
Yeah, it's a numbers game for them.
But yeah, I didn't think about that. Those markdowns will keep you going in there, and then you might buy some. I mean, I've bought plenty of other stuff by going in there just to see the discounted stuff.
Then they get so much markdown money for each month that they can use as their apartment managers and stuff. They have so many budget they can use in their department to mark stuff down. That's why you really, if you want to look at clearance and stuff, ask the department manager in the morning and see which ones what they what kind of budget they had to mark stuff down.
Mom,
Make friends with the Walmart and stuff.
you came in
Hi,
right as I was about to.
Victoria.
You came in right as I'm about to close the stream, Mama.
Oh,
You're about to close?
Yeah, I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. Are you
I
doing
feel
one
bad
tomorrow?
now. Yeah,
long-
definitely.
How long you been going?
3.5 hours.
3
Oh
hours.
my gosh.
Yeah, I could do these. I could do hangouts like this, like they're nothing, because I just enjoy talking and doing a little bit of work, and I can learn a little bit too, because like what I mean, like we talk about sticker mill, like I never heard of them, and you know what I mean,
Have
like
you
that's a
ever
cool
done
thing.
one for 7 hours by yourself?
No, I couldn't do it by myself. That's too hard. I didn't even like being by myself for 10 minutes.
I did one for about 15 hours.
John came in and saved me.
I haven't done
I was
anything by
lonely.
myself since I was 17, and I don't plan on any time soon.
Is that when you met your wife?
Well, that's what we're gonna go with. That's the answer we're going with. My wife.
Once you met your wife, you didn't have to talk with Larry and Reggie anymore.
Rosie.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Rosie and Lois and Rosie.
Lois. I don't even know what that means. I don't think I would.
Well, Rosie's your right hand, so Lois would be your left hand.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Kelly.
Yeah, baby. What does that mean?
What they're talking about.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
This is what you get when you get the beard late night. You get a little
Are
extra.
you being spicy, Nate?
A little bit. Just a
Are
tad.
you talking about penises and vaginas?
Oh no! See, now you just kicked it up a notch here. Bang!
Boys have penises and girls have vaginas.
All right, everyone.
Do that little dance now, Kelly. Like that.
In case Steven didn't know.
And on that note, Nate is going to end this.
On that note, I'm going to end the stream.
Hey, listen, it's not like I was talking about ball sack scratches.
Oh, jeez. It's getting, and it gets worse.
Victoria, were you watching that stream when we were talking about that?
I don't think, was it today?
No, this was last week.
I give my dog a ball sack scratch. His scrotum is empty. His scrotum is empty, and so when you scratch back there, it's a ball sack scratch. They love it. Dogs love it. If they're not intact, they have to be fixed to love it. You do it to a dog that's intact, they don't like it so much.
Oh, I bet.
Well, yeah, because they think it's Mr. Happy Time then if that's going on.
I am not doing that to my dog. I'm sorry about it. Nope.
Yeah, Cujo, we ain't getting down on that type of level, Cujo.
What time are you doing your work and hangout tomorrow, Nate?
I'll have it scheduled tonight. I'll let you know for sure before I schedule it, so this way you can get.
There's my little girl.
Yeah, they're all.
Grab my little girl. She's right behind you. Oh, now
Ray.
Now she's following Junior.
The lights, aren't they, Nate?
Come here, Ray.
There's Junior.
We'll get a quick scene of them all.
Hi, Junior.
Say hi.
Hi.
You can't hear me because you got the headphones on. Hi, Junior. Hi, honey.
He looked at me like, "How did you know my name?"
Why
Ray. Say hi.
Hi, Ray.
Say we're gonna go see Christmas lights in Santa.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Fun.
This was Daddy's idea.
Good idea, Daddy.
I take credit for this one.
Fun.
Thank you, everyone, for keeping prayers for my mom. I'll keep everyone up to date with that too. As soon as I hear something and I know something, I will pass it along.
What's going
Hi,
on?
Amber.
Mama saying hi.
Hi.
She's in hurry up and get off live mode with me for the last half hour.
Kids need a nap. It's nap time for the kids in the car. So.
Kids are going to take a quick nap, and then this way we can party like it's 1999.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Say
Hey,
bye.
Bye.
Nate, what time did
Have a
you
nice night with your family. Nate.
John, thanks for helping Tuesday.
My mom has she had cancer. She had the one that doesn't attack your main organs,
Non-Hodgkin.
and she had it taken out. It was basically the size of her fist inside of her chest. She had it for 10 years, but nobody knew. We had no idea.
Right.
And Jameson's closet. I have 3 kids altogether. Two boys, 1 girl. 6, 2, and 1. But there'll soon be 7, 3, and 2 in the next couple months. January, February, and March.
All in a row. Just gonna say all in a row.
How'd you do that?
Cameron's birthday is the same birthday as mine, January 23rd. Raylan's is February 6th, and Junior's is March 27th. I think 26th. So my sister's son is March 27th, and they're the same age, like they're born back to back, basically. So, yeah, I got a handful in my hands. But yeah, my mom was she was having a little bit of swelling and stuff like that, and she just wasn't feeling right. They took her to the emergency room. I believe it was this morning, and they said that she had fluid around her heart and her lungs. So they went to do they're having surgery on it, like probably really soon, and they're gonna take the fluid out, and then they're gonna test the fluid to see if it has anything to do with the cancer, or like if it came back, like the cancer came back and it's attacking, or if it just just average fluid from having some major surgery or whatever. So
I'll keep her in my prayers.
Might be a heart condition too. You never know.
Yeah, I mean,
What's your name?
Anna.
Okay.
But I appreciate everyone's support, and
We'll definitely be praying for her Tuesday, Nate.
I appreciate that. She needs a little extra. She's really she's very highly religious, and she'll put on the TV. There's that like gospel, or not gospel, but the religion channel, like where it sings songs and hymns and stuff. Like she did that during Thanksgiving. So.
But let me tell you, brother, she's in good hands. I believe that. No matter what, man, she's got that blessed hope.
I couldn't believe it. She's had it for so long, and then, no one knew. I couldn't. I don't know. It's really weird, but I gotta get rolling. The wife's getting angry.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out.
Bye, Nate.
Your
Tune
wife,
in.
thank you for sharing. her
Hope your
time
kids
with
have a
us.
nice time.
Victoria says thanks for sharing. She said thanks for sharing. She said thanks for sharing.
Sharing what?
Your time.
Your time, my time.
Oh.
She's like, what?
I know. She's like, my husband would have been the same thing too, because he would be like listening with half an ear.
I'll see you in tomorrow's hangout, Victoria.
Yeah, come hang out tomorrow.
I don't know if I'll be able to, guys, because tomorrow I'm going I met my daughter today and we hung out, but tomorrow I'm actually going to her house. And so I'll be gone most of the day.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow and then a little bit of Sunday because I'm going to spend the night with her. So I
Well,
may not
enjoy.
see you guys this weekend. So
Enjoy. Have fun.
thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So
All right,
guys,
everybody.
I'm gonna go
See
ahead
you,
and go.
see you tomorrow. We'll do
Bye,
some more
Nate.
work.
Love you.
We'll hang out.
Bye,
We'll
guys.
hopefully talk about ball scratching.
It's
Bye,
ball
everyone.
sack scratch.